Somebody's getting into their DJ bag early. Welcome to the Commission Podcast, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, keep that applause going. Keep the applause going. Yeah. Yes. I love it. All right, guys. Welcome to the Commission Podcast. Yours truly, Greg, in the building with my man on the wheels of steel. I don't even know what your DJ name was back in the day.
Got me one of the freestyle.
Got my man Kev in the building. Got my man Mike in the building. Controversial KP over here in the building. You know, welcome back, sir. What's going on, fellas?
What's up, man? What's up?
Yeah, man. Good week. How's everybody feeling?
I'm good. How you guys
Good
doing?
to be back. It's been a while.
So, as Kev said on Thursday night, it feels like every Thursday is Christmas Eve. Yeah. And we have yet again been, I don't know if you want to call this gifted with new music from arguably the largest hip hop artist in the world. Definitely KP's favorite hip hop artist by far.
No doubt.
The man Drizzy Drake. You know what I mean? Drizzy Drake dropped Scorpion on Friday. And what we here for it? I mean, fellas, initial thoughts. Don't all speak up at once. We're just doing a podcast.
I mean, I personally, at first I was like, okay, I was impressed with the rapping.
Okay.
I gotta say that.
Yeah.
Then I got to, I guess, what would be side B, and I mean, it was kind of lackluster to me, personally.
Okay.
I like the.
This is what I've been waiting for. Oh, can we save you for last?
Yeah.
Since you've been holding off, you're
I
basic.
like Drake's music to begin with too.
So yeah, you're a big Drake fan.
Drake
I was very shocked to see in the group chat that you didn't want to give an opinion on the album until today. So we've waited this long. We'll wait a couple more minutes.
Right.
Well, KP, what you got?
Well, I happen to like Drake's album because I'm also a fan of singing Drake as well as rapping Drake. I respect both.
I'm a fan of singing Drake too,
well,
to a certain extent.
I like both. I like the songs. I can relate to Jaded and a few of the songs he have on there because I love breakup music. It's like me and Drake speak the same language.
Okay.
Why do you such a... You know what? I'm not surprised to hear you say that, bro.
I'm just,
okay.
just being honest. And I like the rapping.
Cool.
And honestly, I only skipped maybe 2 songs on the whole album. Maybe 3. I take that back. I skipped the radio songs. I skipped the radio songs.
Yeah.
So like Nights for What God's Playing.
Not for
and
what
I'm upset.
I'm upset, and I also
I was upset.
I'm upset, and I skipped the Jay-Z song that they had, the Talk Up or whatever it is. I don't want to hear that.
What?
I think that song's
I
trash.
think,
What?
yo.
What?
It's probably the worst song on the album.
What? Wow.
Why?
Wow.
Is it not all verses from Drake?
It's it's subpar rapping. I was like, Jay-Z could do way better than that. The only wow factor was that nut ass hip hop is dead with the X line. I was like, this is so corny from Jay-Z. And then Drake, I don't even feel like he was going hard. I was just like, this is a very bad album. The beat didn't sound great. I didn't think
Not album,
like it.
track.
I mean, the track.
Yeah.
Sorry, the track was very bad.
The beat was reminiscent of a West Coast vibe feel. That's what I got from it. Like some old MC8 or like just old
DJ
school
Paul
Dre beat. I'm not surprised. You know what I mean? It definitely has an older school feel to it, the way it comes in. I love that track. That's crazy.
That's not the Jay-Z that we know. That's somebody else.
I disagree.
What's the
completely
Jay-Z?
with that?
That was so horrible.
What were you expecting?
First of all, whenever Jay or Drake get on a track, if you look at them when they're featuring other people, it's kind of like or any rapper that's featuring another rapper, it's kind of like we're kind of competing against each other to see who
Of course,
outdid the
it's
track.
always friendly competition.
It's always friendly competition.
Yep.
This right here was just like, both people trying to walk in. No, you hold the door. No, you hold the door. No, you. No, it was too much. It wasn't good.
I feel like Jay just went into a subject that Drake has absolutely knows nothing about. And
What subject was that?
I mean, he was talking about himself coming up.
Yeah.
Did you hear the track?
Yeah.
Hold on.
I know you only
He
made
talking
me
about
listen
Rich
to it
Porter
once.
and
Yeah.
Let's do a lot.
Supreme.
Yeah,
Yeah,
talking about
Supreme. Yeah.
like, but I felt like I feel like Jay killed that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I feel like why did you
one of
make
his
Drake
better verses actually?
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
like
for real.
I figured if anyone could relate to it, it would be our age group too, because we were like the young kids probably don't know who the whole Supreme story.
Big Meech, all that. He was talking heavy on that. It was very reminiscent of the old Jay when he was kind of on his drug dealer bag or whatever. But no, I thought the bars well put together. I thought it was well produced. I like Drake's verse on it. I didn't have a problem with it. I thought it was a good song.
You know what? Maybe I'm just tired of Jay-Z right now.
Oh, wow. Jesus. How can you be tired of Jay-Z?
It's a different topic.
We're going to add that to the list.
We're going to come back to that.
We definitely coming back to that. Cam, what was your thoughts?
I like the album as far as the first part. I'm not a big... there's too much... The way we've been getting music for the past 6 weeks is you're getting 7 tracks, and they're supposed to be, the way that it's orchestrated is 7 phenomenal tracks, right? That's the sales pitch that everybody got when Kanye said he was putting them out. Mm-hmm. There's 24 tracks on that album. I almost think it takes away from what the album could be. There's songs on there I really like. I like the 8 out of 10 joint.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I like the intro. I like the Mariah Carey joint. The way that, he's rapping on that song.
He is.
Mike looking at me like crazy.
I don't think I heard it.
Bro, I think it's called Emotionless or Emotion.
It's a very good song.
They flipped that Emotionless.
Yeah.
Oh, but she wasn't really.
She's not on it now.
Nah,
Yeah.
I'm like, all right.
The beats I think on the album are crazy too. I think I think it's another conversation. Is 40 has produced the majority of the Drake projects that have come out. Right? We could agree on that.
Yes.
How much of Drake's success is his? You know?
I mean, he's had the best Toronto has to offer with 40, Boy Wonder, T minus.
Yeah.
These are all Canada guys, right?
Yeah,
I think so. So
leave it to Mike to know them.
Huh?
Of course.
Leave it to Mike to know.
But he's he's had the best, some of the best production I think he can get.
There's too many filler tracks on it.
The problem with the album to me is I feel like honestly it's the same flow on each song, no matter how the beat may be different a little bit, but Drake's kind of giving the same flow. I only gave it I haven't completed the whole album. I gotta be honest about that.
Wow.
But I probably tried it at least twice, and it was just but the second time it clicked. Why it's not making sense to me? Because I just felt like he wasn't enthusiastic enough on it either. It was just kind of mellowed out, same flow. Only thing that's changing is the beat. And once I got to the second part, I just skipped through. I ain't hear nothing that grabbed me.
Yeah.
So
I
I felt
rather got 2 or 1 project with 13 tracks, and then the rest of them you can put out. I don't know. Playlist in a couple months.
But he dropped Views, and Views had 20.
Yeah, I didn't like that either.
Right, so you just don't like singing Drake. That's
not true.
Drake.
I like More Life.
I like
More Life.
I like what album was that? One of those albums, one of the earlier albums. He had a couple tracks on there where he was singing.
The first joint he did with Kanye.
Take Care.
I better find my
Was it
love.
Take Care?
Whatever it's called.
Well, he had Tuscan Leather on there.
Nah, it was the one with the
Marvin Drew.
Nothing is the same.
It's a very good album.
Marvin's Room is a phenomenal Drake.
What album was that on?
It was on Take Care.
Is that album there?
Yeah.
Yeah, he had another track on
He
there
had
too.
the curly hair and the.
He had another track
Trust
on there
Issues.
too.
It's not on, I don't think it's on any of his albums, but that was a good singing Drake track.
All right. Well, you do like singing Drake.
I don't want to hear a whole album or a whole 12 songs back to back to back to back of Drake singing. That's just me. I'm sorry.
Would it have made sense for him to put out the rap album, let it ride for a couple weeks, and then put out the R&B album?
The way we consume the music now,
yeah,
I think that probably would have been easier.
Even that way, but Future did it. It was the next week, so you didn't even have time really to digest the Future album. You were getting the Hendrix album right after that.
I think it was good that he dropped all the music. This is the time where we're getting a bunch of 7 tracks from everyone else, so for him to come in and just hit you with 24, 25 tracks is good. And then on top of that, the album has enough different content on there that there's something on there for everybody. So even if you're skipping through, you don't want to hear the B-side, I like that he even has a B-side to let you know that you're switching modes right now. Just like when you listen to the cassettes, back in the day, you were gonna get this on the A side and you flip it on the B side was a whole different kind of vibe, and that's what you got there with the A and B side. So
Maybe
I thought
the
that
B
was so
side
good.
should have been the rap album. That just would flow better. Because the B side normally had, back in the day, remember the B side had the tracks on there, like the gritty tracks.
I like the way he starts his albums out is he's rapping on the intro.
All the
And
time.
I like that.
Tuscan
'Cause
Leather,
I think
all
he
of them.
raps well on all those songs.
Wow, fellas, I am very shocked right now
Why?
that I'm going to be the guy in the conversation
Sticking up
to
for Drake.
defend the album.
I
I've been
like it.
quiet for a long time, just letting y'all rock.
For the
Curvain, the biggest Drake stan I know, definitely is not riding for
Wait
the
a minute,
album
I
the
love
way
the
I thought you would.
I like it. I mean, be honest,
Dude.
if you had to choose out of June, the best album in June, in my opinion.
No, don't stop.
Tiana
You
Taylor,
going
but
okay,
I'm here with
okay,
Drake.
I thought you was going too far. All right.
No.
Tiana Taylor,
Best
not a
album.
bad choice. I would just say this. I don't see what you guys are saying. Like, and I'm not a Drake fan. I am not on record. I've been on this
You've been a
podcast
Drake
several
hater.
times.
Yes.
Bashing Drake, but Survival, Nonstop, Elevate, Emotionless, 4 tracks right in a row, bang, bangers, right? God's Plan is the radio favorite. That's a nice little track. I'm upset, surprisingly for me, because I listened to the lyrics on that. It's not as terrible as I initially thought. I think he's talking about his baby mom. He kind of goes down that path a little bit. I think it has more substance now that I know a little bit more about the story than when I originally heard it. 8 out of 10, banger. Mob Ties, Can't Take a Joke. I can miss me with those two. Sandra's Rose, I'm good. Talk Up, love that. Is There More? Okay. B-side, Jaded.
It's a hit.
I like Jaded. I like That's How You Feel.
That's another one.
That's How You Feel is a real sleeper. Because it's not, I think I don't know if you guys listen to all of it, but what he's doing is, and I'm telling you, Mike, earlier, is like, he's regional. Like, every album has a theme, a regional theme, right? Views was Toronto, right? More Life was this international vibe, Jamaican / English / whiskey and all that, right? African, whatever. So international vibe. Now he's on some back in the States, New Orleans, bounce Southern type-ish. Which is what you got in the Nice for What breakdown and what you get in That's How You Feel. And, I mean, I like Don't Matter to Me with Michael Jackson, who I thought it was The Weeknd. Like, when I first heard it, I didn't even know that was Mike. I thought it was The Weeknd. And My Feelings Ain't Bad, March 14th. That's, I mean, out of 26 tracks, I think I said, he might, 25 tracks, I think he might have gave me like 13.
It's a lot.
That's a 51% average. I can take that. I'll take that on the album. I mean, and this is I didn't like More Life. I didn't like Views. I thought both of those was trash. I really like this album.
You like this more than More Life?
Absolutely.
Really?
I did not like More Life at all. I don't even know how many times I've listened to More Life. Every time it comes on my shuffle, I skip through the song. Except for Free Smoke, except for the one song at the end where he's killing Meek about something.
Hype was on there, right?
No, Hype is on Views.
That's Views.
Yeah, I like Hype though.
He got
on Views.
Black Mirrors or Black something, the one that Kurt did a cover for.
Yeah, that's not bad.
That's on there.
Yeah, that's not bad. Like I thought for a Drake album, I thought it was well produced, and I'm glad you brought up the 40 conversation because I think that's a really good conversation to have when you think about it in the grand scheme of things. But like I think it was well put together. And the one thing I would ask you guys, particularly Mike, when you hear the Kanye projects and you compare the production on the Kanye projects versus the production on the Drake projects, would you say the sound quality sounds more complete on the Drake projects? Like, he got the sample cleared for Mariah Carey Emotions.
Well, see, that's the only thing. Like, Drake, how long Drake been working on this album for, though? So one thing I respect about what Ye and them did, I mean, not to say that the quality is definitely not trash.
It's not trash, but when
I don't think
he
it
put
is.
himself up in a certain
Nah,
category.
but what I'm saying is,
35 songs. Like, what are you trying to say?
But were they rushed y'all? I heard he want to do 52 in 52 weeks. Like, come on, man.
Oh yeah, I seen that. Listen, man. I respect the fact that they had to go in there. We only got a certain amount of time. Let's get this together. Drake had what? We can at least say he had a year to work on this album.
Wait a minute, Kanye put this pressure on himself. Ain't nobody
I
telling him to go out here
you
and now
right.
say, yo,
But
I'm going to
we
drop
all enjoyed the
5.
pressure that he
Wait,
put on himself.
So you saying this wasn't a surgical summer that Kanye West just hit us with right now?
First of all, Kanye West never promised a surgical summer. Pusha T did. And Pusha T, in my opinion, had the best album in the month of June. That's my opinion. Like, when you gave it to Tiana, I think Pusha T's album is probably the most complete body of work front to back that I've heard during this entire kind of run. And we can kind of... That's actually a good question to ask. Kev, what would you say yours is?
Of the good music releases?
Of all... This could be arguably the best June we've ever seen in hip-hop music.
I agree.
You can make that argument. Every major artist dropped.
If you take out those good music albums, the summer's trash for music so far.
Album with trash?
Yes.
So far. The only, what album you not? I mean, I'm not gonna base it off the what else came out. The
Well,
Drake album
I
came
agree
out.
with you. Before Greg answers, I agree with him, but I disagree too, because I still haven't heard some of the other albums that came out because of the
What
good
came
music.
out? What else came out?
The J-Rock came out.
I still
The
like
J-Rock
that
album.
chance.
All right, I'll give you that.
Which
Yeah,
I'm
J-Rock
going
was
to add
fire.
something.
Yeah.
The Carters. I mean, come on, man. You can't knock Jay and Beyonce.
That's why I said I
Jesus
agree with you at one point too. I agree.
And they're Drake's. Like, wait a
I
minute.
just think the good music albums made the summer
It
what
did.
it is.
Absolutely.
So,
If
so
If
far,
you had a
and if they
June,
they are going to keep. I don't want to
Go ahead.
go off on another topic, but the good music thing is continuing. Like Chance is recording a 7-track project that's going to come out with Kanye.
I
That's
got you.
confirmed.
We might get something this Friday right now.
from who?
I don't know. Man.
Nah, we're not getting it.
Why not? I mean, you know, it's interesting. I went and Googled good music artists, and they have
got a lot.
They have just about everybody. All the producers. They got Big Boy. What's the one hit stopper? What's the boy name? One hit.
Nah,
Knife
you
Wonder?
thinking about
You ain't think about
You
Knife
thinking
Wonder.
about Hit Boy?
Hit
Hit
Boy?
Boy is not signed to good music.
You
though.
sure?
Nah,
I'm
he
positive.
made like
Yeah.
They had a
the Paris
10-track
joint. Yeah,
contract.
like
That was really it.
See,
that was a while ago.
yeah, and then the other thing is like,
got
okay, you
rappers,
signed
though.
everybody, but you ain't putting out no content. Like, if you ain't got no work, but you got everybody on the roster.
Keep
like,
in
that
mind,
doesn't
like
mean
I don't
anything.
trust that roster as far as albums coming out, cause like some people they not dropping.
I don't think Big Sean's putting that project. I would like him to, but I
Yeah,
don't think
it would be
that's
perfect
coming.
if he comes on and hits
Travis
us with
Scott, he's supposed to come out with an album.
Travis Scott's not signing with good music though.
No?
Nah.
Is he Def Jam? Travis Scott.
I thought
he
that was
could
like a
be.
good music, Grand
Yeah.
Hustle
Nah,
type deal.
Nah, Travis
Saha,
Scott.
your boy. He
Saha
did that
is
one.
signed.
I would
yeah.
want a 7-track
Matter of fact,
Kanye
he
Saha.
said he got greenlit. I think we started to present the posters,
Saha?
right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for something.
But like, yo, we getting these is alright. Is it fair to an artist that you putting in work? Is it fair to Tiana Taylor that she's been waiting for years for her project to drop and it gets rushed like this? Like, is that really
Here's
fair?
the thing, man. Tiana's project was hot.
I'm
I
not
liked
saying it wasn't
It just, I
banging,
understand that,
but
it
I
didn't
think
get
it might have been
completed at the
more.
time. And she felt like that as well.
Dude,
but-
you felt like that. You
Yeah.
felt we
No,
all
when I
sat here
first
felt
heard
like
it, yeah, I
it
know.
could have been more.
No, but I enjoyed the 7 tracks because honestly, I like to keep, like I say, sit with stuff. When it's 7 tracks, you can sit with it a lot longer.
Mhm.
You can
A
just
lot
let
quicker.
it play.
Yeah.
Replay it, and then you start to appreciate. You know, if you really listen to it, if you enjoy it, you may find something. Oh, you know what? Like Kev was saying, No Manners joint. No Manners. He started feeling that joint after a while because he keep constantly hearing it. And like, yeah, this is actually dope. But I think the 7 tracks, it gives you just enough. Drake album 24, 25. That Chris Brown 50.
Well, that's different.
whatever.
Whoa. That's different.
That's kind of what Drake did.
Huh? Well, Drake's been doing this consistently for the last 3 years. So
This
that's
not-
why I don't feel like, to Kirby's point, he's been putting out 20+ track
Yes.
albums for the last 3
But
years.
once again, though, Drake
So-
also has that let's say that year. Kanye, like you said, Kanye put the pressure on himself. Yo, we gonna do this. I'm gonna get this album done. Get that album done. I'm happy he did. The music sounds
Yeah.
good. It
I
wants
would have
you.
rather it came out than him to say that. Like, came out and, didn't, yeah, I'm not even going to say mediocre because it's still good music.
I like it.
But I'd rather it come out rather than tell me every week, yeah, we're going to release a project.
You don't need to do that if you're Kanye West. We talked about that
It
last
ain't
week.
about it. Ain't
right?
it's his albums. I mean, granted, it's he producing the albums, but for the artists themselves, and that's what Tiana said. You know, they ain't wanna. They probably felt like you've been waiting for a minute. The content, the music is good. It just may not be as full as they have it for the finished product.
Remember when
They can re-release it.
Kanye did the Good Friday, like where he dropped one new
Yeah.
track? They were
Yes.
recording those like that day or the day before, and then he's putting them out on Friday. It's I'm sure they
It's
recorded more
2.0.
than- Yeah, it's the same like business model, I guess you would say, but it's just with more songs.
But it
and
doesn't
one
feel
artist.
like a functional business
What
model.
is your problem with it though? Because I don't see that. I thought the albums that came out and the sound and the music were great, even the way that it was given to us and with listening parties and.
So first of all,
exactly.
Like it was super artistic from front to back.
First of all, it was super unorganized. That's number one. Like if you're trying to promote something, you would think you want to have a better rollout than what you've been doing. If you plan on having a rollout, if you don't plan on having a rollout, which it's super unorganized, even in the sense of producing the music, even presenting it to the audience.
How?
Kanye West took a picture on the way to his album release party and created the album cover. That should not be what's been
In
going
the digital
on.
age, you can
And
do
what
that.
I'm saying, and what the other thing I'm saying is, you should not have to announce this to put that pressure on you. If you want to do that, then just do it. You know what I mean? You're Kanye West. You don't need to do this.
2018. Why not do it like that?
Because you don't need to. Because it makes people critique it. It makes people critique it a lot
How
differently
was
than
it unorganized, bro? Like,
What do you
He
mean?
gave
How
you
was it
release-
unorganized?
he gave you release dates,
No,
and
it's
they came
out
out
right.
on those dates,
Yeah,
right?
we gave. All right, let's break that down. We gave a release date, right? We
Right.
told people it was gonna come out on this Friday. Nas album came out when?
Saturday.
When did Tiana Taylor album come out? When did Tiana Taylor
why
album
Nas
come out?
album
Saturday,
come out?
right? Exactly. That's
why
unorganized.
did Nas album come out Saturday? Do you know why?
Do you?
Puffy wanted to jump on it. The album that you
Ain't that
heard,
something I said?
the album
It
you
could've
heard at
been.
the listening party,
Right.
and Puffy heard the listening album and said, "No, I gotta get on this." And got on that first track.
Congratulations. You think that they couldn't have arranged
If
that
that's
prior
true.
to? If that's true, right?
No, I'm saying, but I said
No,
that
listen,
it could've been
listen,
some
I
speculation.
watched the live stream, and that track, Puffy was not on there ad-libbing.
That's fine. That's fine.
Even the one that was-
the Rose in Harlem track that Tiana Taylor played had a Lawrence Hill sample on it that wasn't on the album. So
Right.
we know that the album listening sessions are just a portion just to get it out to the public. We know that. All I'm saying is it was just unorganized, in my opinion. In my opinion, if you're gonna roll it out the right way. The Carters didn't do this. The Carters album sounds amazing to me, in my opinion.
They probably been working on that
This
album.
Good.
BS.
Great, but they dropped it.
What'd you say?
This is BS rollout. The money grab. I can't stand them.
Can't
What do you
stand
mean
the
the money grab?
What are you talking
What are you
about?
talking? Yeah, you're from Brooklyn, aren't you?
Not even that, dude.
What does that mean?
What do you think all these people who are putting out all this music are trying to do? They're trying to get their streams up. They're trying to get more money. Don't mistake what Chris Brown and Drake be doing for something different than what Jay-Z and Beyonce be doing. Like, I don't understand the hypocrisy here.
The
I don't get
hypocrisy
this.
is that first of all, I'm here and willing to pay $300, $400, $500 for a good music tour to see all of them come through and perform those albums. What I'm not here to do is pay $1,000 to see Jay and Beyonce perform that album, because that's what I'm talking about, a money grab. Where
I
they're
don't think they're just performing that album. They just dropped it. They
I
were
mean,
overseas
of
and they were
course they
performing.
wanna
They
go
weren't
on-
performing that. They're on tour right now.
and
They just dropped the
this.
album. You know that they were performing before the album dropped.
I'm trying
They're
to say
touring.
to you that a Jay-Z and Beyonce theme for the biggest crew, biggest couple in hip hop, they're gonna hit you for $600, $700, $800 over the head for tickets for $1 billion couple when they don't need to do that for the culture, because they know they have the Beehive and the loyal J fans, and people are gonna put up this $700 to go to a show, and who they hitting with that? The black community. That's what I'm saying. I'm tired of the money grab and the businessman and trying to raping us over the top of the head to come see you perform. Y'all don't need the money. You could give us a
What's
free
the
concert.
maximum amount of money you would spend to go see Jay-Z Beyonce?
I told you before, I dropped $1,000 on a J concert already.
Okay.
Already
On a
in
Drake
history.
concert?
Jay.
On a Jay concert?
Jay.
What Jay concert did you pay $1,000?
I went to Faded Black.
Why did you do that?
Because he said he was retiring.
I think
That's why.
I would say is that as a consumer is that you have the right and the choice to make those decisions. I've seen Jay perform several times. I don't think I've spent ever more than $200, and I've had some great seats. Like I've had floor seats. I can put you on to some people.
I
You know what I mean? If
guarantee
you
that
need
you're
a
not
hookup.
paying $200 to see this on a run tour.
It's because are you buying tickets when they go on sale? Or are you buying them like the week
Yeah, and are you
before on
VIPing
StubHub?
it with all the extra,
Yeah.
all the? Are you part of the Beehive joint? Like
You
is
can't
it
tell me
other-
that you don't like the album because of how much they're charging for tickets.
Well, first of all, I'll be honest with you. I listened to the whole album, and I probably don't like the first 5 songs. In the second half of the
First
album
of all,
is
that's a lie. 'Cause the first
it's
song
only
going-
9 songs long, dog.
The first song going there, that Summertime joint
I don't like
is
that.
a banger.
And I was
What
saying,
don't
and
you
I
like
said
about it?
this in the chat that I wasn't really a fan of when Jay and B get together.
Let me ask you this: so you already didn't like the album, but that's cool.
No, I didn't like. No, I gave.
Because you said you already you said you already are not a fan of when J and B get together.
Yeah.
So already you're 50% like I'm not feeling it before you even press play.
Yeah, normally I'm not a
They
fan.
gotta take you over the top to be like, yo, this joint.
And
they
did.
Okay.
They did at the end. They brought it down, and it was very good. There's a couple songs that I probably would never listen to again, and then but the last half of the album I thought it was very dope. And how they complemented each other. But before, I felt like I'm listening to it, and I told you, and I was saying this to Greg the other day, I process music a little differently than other people process music, right? I listen to it for just the wow factor, then I'll go back and I'll listen to the album again and really kind of focus, and then the third time I listen to an album, I read the lyrics as I'm listening to it, right? Ooh. And I do that with the Drake. I'll do that with every single album that comes out. I listen to it 3 times. And the last time I'm there reading every lyric, and I told you this before, right? Like I literally read every single lyric to try to go along with it. And I'm listening to, and I did this for Jay albums for years. And I'm listening to Jay trying to say all this as much as possible to try to fit on track with the beat. And I'm like, wait a minute, hold on, let me rewind this. Jay doesn't do that. He doesn't try to catch the rhythm by saying that's a Kendrick move. He raps and he rides the rhythm. Well, in this one you can try to hear him trying to rap to stay on board. It's almost like he wrote it and then try to spit it on top of this beat, or they didn't sync up very well a lot through the song. And maybe that was because he's coming off of right after Beast finishing a line, but he has to jump in and say something, and he jumps out, she says something. Maybe that's the reason. But as I was reading now, I was just like, yo, this is not a good flow writing for a top MC or king of rap, in my opinion.
Are you a fan of Khaled collabs or music?
Yeah, some of them.
Well, like what? Can you name any?
Like I like the Dawn. Like I listen to the Khaled albums. It's just like a bunch of people trying to rap on there. It's like a Rapperpalooza whenever Khaled makes an album.
That's why I asked that, because that's how I feel about Khaled songs, right? So I hate all of them because I feel like they do the exact same thing. They don't really match whatever they're rapping to the beat. I didn't get that impression on this one. I don't know. Maybe on some tracks, maybe you could possibly make that argument because I'm not a fan of ape shit like most people are.
Right.
But only because that doesn't seem like it fits their style. But they flip it. I mean, it's definitely listenable. It's not like it's trash.
I'm
like I would
trash.
never, you know what I mean?
I'm just saying that what happens is this, and I think we do this already. Like, you know, our idols, we automatically give them a pass. Like, all right, it was J and B. You know,
we would have liked Kingdom Come.
Yeah, right. It's tough.
We didn't like that.
We went back and discussed Kingdom Come.
Yeah, we went back. We like it now.
Yeah.
As time went on, it aged well. It aged well.
Right.
But when it first came out, we didn't care.
But then it's like this though. If you think about it, I'm just thinking about this right now. If you think about it, is it hot now because everything else is like so mediocre sometimes? Where now you can go back and hear like a Kingdom Come.
Well, that's how I feel about Late Registration.
Yo, he killed it.
You know what I mean? Because that's why I bang Late Registration so much, because I'm like, yo, this production feels rushed. The same way you felt like the lyrics that Jay spit, I feel like this whole Kanye production has been feel rushed when you compare it to something he's done in the past. And when I compare it to Late Registration, even comparing it to My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy or even Yeezus, it just doesn't feel the same. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just me. It's probably just me. I feel like it's good music. Don't get it twisted. I feel like he's still on par, if not better, than most of the producers out there. But there's a feel about some of his productions he's done in the past that felt more movie-like, that had all these different types of instrumentals and samples being pulled from a plethora of different places.
Right.
And he put it together and
one
he made
thing
something
you gotta
special.
respect though is that, remember, you did this not for like one artist. I'm about to take my time out and focus on this one artist for like 6-7 months, and we're gonna come out with a project.
And
it was like a 2-week thing. We going,
and maybe that's it.
And just the 7 tracks, I felt like at least on each one of those albums, I can point out 5 bangers out of all those 7 tracks.
Right, and he did give you movie type sounds on some of these albums.
I'm not saying again that the music is still good, and I still enjoyed all of it, and I think it's a great conversation that we can keep going. But I just felt like, you know, I've seen him do more. That's
last thing about the Drake thing. This is how I really felt. Whoever, I mean, not to say whoever wrote it, but whoever was doing the writing, it felt like...
Shout out to Quentin Miller.
Yeah, you know what I mean? No, but it felt like they just sat there and they just wrote a whole bunch of lyrics. Like a whole bunch of lyrics. Like one day, I'm just going to sit in my room all day and just write. Or I'm going to sit in my room for a week and just write. And they presented that, whether it was Drake who wrote it, whatever the case may be. And he just rapped. All right, I'm about to give y'all, all right, 16, 16, 16. All right, that's one song. All right, and just kept going through the lyrics. All right, this is another song. All right, this is another song. That's why I was saying earlier. I felt like it really didn't. Each
It's just
song
a collection
didn't
of
have its
songs.
own identity.
It's just a collection of
I don't know.
songs. It's
Not just a
like
whole bunch of lyrics.
It's not cohesive at all.
No,
to
but
me.
he had different flows though. There's one song.
I think there are different flows. He sound like Young Thug on
He
one
had
joint.
sound
Yeah.
Young Thug on one John. He sounded like a real down south person on another one. So I can't agree that it was just one long
That's
essay.
what I felt.
Because
I definitely hear the different flows.
Yeah, he was a
I
bunch
only
of different
gave it-
flows, and then he's singing. So
Well,
you
with
see
me,
that
I was more impressed with the content. Like, I felt like even though Drake is never, like, listen, I'm just gonna tell Drake is not a confrontational person. He tries to be,
He's a
and
nice guy.
he fails miserably
Like
when he
he's-
does. The only time he passed was with me, maybe I don't know. But he does give you content. He does give you some substance. The your wifey, that hurts, bro. Every time I hear that joint, like you talking about your cousin played
Well,
me.
that's
your
on
business.
8 out of 10. Right?
Yes,
Yeah,
your
your
wife.
What he talking
I
about?
definitely talking to
Pusha
Pusha T on that.
No, he's not. He's talking to Kanye.
Nah, he's talking to
He's
Pusha T.
Nah,
on
he's
that.
talking to
He's talking
Kanye.
about
bro.
Lucky
Pusha
for
T's
you,
wife.
I've settled into my
Yeah,
position as a nice guy. He's definitely talking to Pusha T.
He's talking about Pusha T's.
Nah, I
He
think
said
he's
your
talking
wifey.
about Kanye.
100%.
Nah.
I feel like your wifey's still gonna play the song.
That's
dog.
Kim, bro. Kim is still playing Drake music all day, every day.
He
Your
raps-
sister,
he gets
like,
off on
listen
that
to the
song.
song again and tell me
Yeah.
what your impressions are. I know a lot of you guys haven't listened to it a lot,
I
but
haven't listened to it, and I listened to it. I was like, he's definitely talking about Pusha T.
definitely not. He doesn't make any Pusha T references throughout the entire
He said,
album.
"I settle as a nice guy." That's
He settled as a nice guy. I don't
meaning that he
understand
doesn't
what
want to
I'm not gonna respond. I'm not gonna reply to you. I'm good with
He
mine.
references the light skin track that Kanye jabbed at him. He referenced I'm trying. You got listen to it again.
All right.
Listen
I'll
to
run
it
it
again. I'm just run it back. Run it
Run it
back.
back.
Actually, you'll hear it.
actually
We'll hear it. All right. So we had a couple debuts over the weekend, right? So we got the Drake out of the way. One of the best series on television. We can get the drop ready.
They say this is a big
Hey, let's mellow it out.
I just
Yo, did y'all see 50 performing this?
At the Radio City Music Hall with the live, with the choir.
Wait,
Joe should have
what?
been there though.
He performed this with a choir. They actually played it before the debut
Oh,
of
yeah?
the episode. Yeah. I felt a little he's out there cursing and shit.
I feel like
It's like a
Joe
gospel
should have been
choir or
there.
whatever.
That's
Felt
such
like
a
Joe
good
should.
beat.
Yeah, Joe should have been there.
singing it.
Yeah,
I mean,
Joe
it's
should have
just-
been there.
Yo, 50 and Joe got some hits.
Oh yeah.
I want to get to know you.
Joe-
Did you
yeah,
enjoy that?
Joe hot.
Yeah, Joe.
hot.
Wasn't that Lloyd though?
Nah, that was Joe.
That was 50.
Yeah,
No,
that was-
no, Lloyd Banks. Wasn't that? I want to get to know you.
No, I think it was
Lloyd
with the G
Banks?
Unit album, the group album.
Oh,
'Cause
okay.
Buck was on it.
Yeah, it
The
was
whole
the G
gang.
Unit.
Oh, the whole group. Yeah. Let's get to it, fellas. I mean, you know what I mean? Episode 1 in the books. Power, the Pop Prophet is back in the building. Yours truly, G.
I like how it picked up right where it ended. I thought that was.
As it should. I'm glad
they don't
did
do that all the time.
They
on
don't.
that show.
Yeah,
Like
fast
someone will
forward.
die at the end, and
Yeah.
then they'll be like eating in a restaurant.
Right.
And on the next scene, it's like, what happened?
They couldn't have left it like that,
Yeah.
though. It was so much unfinished business that everybody was kind of waiting for, so I don't feel like they could have just started the episode like that. What are your thoughts, though?
I thought it was dope, actually. You know what? And as I sit there, I always try to get ahead of the writers and be like, "This is gonna happen next." I could not
You
figure
can't
out.
be the Power Prophet, bro. It's only one Power Prophet in the
Listen,
show.
listen, I try to get ahead, and I'm listening to it. I'm like, it's written really well. There's only a few things I had an issue with.
Do
On
you
the
think
show.
it's written really well?
On this first episode, I thought it was good. I thought they did a
Yeah.
very good job.
Yeah,
of
Go ahead. Now, what
first
you
episode.
about to say they did well?
Mike is ready to retort.
I'm just curious.
I thought the first episode was like good. How they kind of like set it up for the season. They answered some questions and they set it up for the rest of the season. Like, all right, good. We're gonna have to figure it out here. The only issue I had was the son, the nut ass son,
Tyreek.
Tariq. Yeah,
And
man.
like
He's pumped.
the punk, but it doesn't explain. Like I don't understand why he's acting the way he's acting. So that's my only issue.
You caught up from last season?
Yeah, I watch everything. I just still don't get why. I mean, I understand why he's acting like a thug, but I don't understand why he's tipping the boy off.
He's
And-
loyal to Dre. Like,
Yeah.
he feels
He's more
loyal
loyal
to
to
Dre.
him than he is to his own dad.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
but I
thought.
thought 50 really took him under his wing more.
Yeah, I don't think that had anything to do with Drake. I think when he was up there and he was talking about his sister, and he was like, "Well, what would she?" Remember, he was like, "I just be thinking like, what would she do?
Yeah, what would Rainy do?
What would Raina do? What would Raina do?" Now, and then if you think about it, when it came to Ray, Raina tried to stop that situation from happening, and she got herself killed. So I think for Tyreek, he just what would Raina do? What would Raina do? Then he just ran out there, warned Dre to stop anybody from getting killed. And he sent him a text, just run, get out of there. Because he knew, he heard Tommy, you know what I mean? So, but granted, as far as the writing, I felt like at the end, they missed it. They missed it as far as trying to make Dre his boss and not getting him touched after Tyreek, gave him the heads up. Mm-hmm. Even at the end, and I know we'll get to this, but even at the end, when they was at, when Ghost was at the grave site, and he just pop up on Ghost, and for like him to say whatever he said to Ghost, and Ghost just sitting there like, I can't do nothing to this guy, so unrealistic. Like, if you would have had it where he would have, let's say if he would have grabbed Ghost's number and had that conversation with him over the phone, I would have respected that. But you can't tell me a guy you feel was responsible in some form of fashion with murdering your daughter is going to come up to you, and it's just you and him, and you not going to try to lay hands on this guy.
Now, see, that's where
I'm not buying that.
I'm confused on that storyline. Why everyone feels this is all Dre's fault. Like, because, and I said it before, we all buddy with Kanan now. Kanan, I like what Tasha said. Tasha checked Ghost immediately. Mm-hmm. Wait a minute, this is the same motherfucker who got our son addicted to lean. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Pseudo kidnapped our boy. Been trying to kill you. Trying to take over our business, and now we just all less forgiven. Meanwhile, Dre on the other side, as underhanded as he might be, because he was working for Kanan, but he's a puppet in this situation.
Right, he was.
You know what I mean? He was the puppet. So, like, I get it, you want to kill Dre, but we just gonna forgive everything that Kanan did because we got history and we had a kumbaya moment, last season when we killed somebody together or whatever.
They had another one that episode too.
The enemy of my enemy is my friend, though. So
he should be your enemy, though.
But what I'm saying though, Greg,
I feel like the whole the Kanan thing, he's gonna flip. Like I don't think Kanan's cool with anyone in the show.
Kanan likes Tyreek. We know that for a fact.
Yeah, but
he does.
Flip on Tommy and Ghost in a second.
He'll flip on those guys.
Yeah.
But two things I didn't understand, right? Why Ghost wasn't willing to tell Tosh though? Look, Tosh, if it wasn't for him giving me the hammer, Jukebox would have probably murked all of us.
Sure.
He don't want to tell her that. So Ghost kind of knows. So Tosh feels a certain way, just like you said, but Ghost kind of knows that he wasn't going to do nothing to him. Like, granted, he hooked on Lane, but at the end of the day, he didn't do anything to him. Matter of fact, he gave me the hammer like, look, Shorty probably going to try to do this. So, and
Dre has done way more for your kid than Kanan.
No, I get it. But
Kanan have him rolling with those two dudes where they robbed the house. And
Dre didn't have him do that. Yeah, Kanan and Ray had him do that. Dre been trying to get him away from Kanan.
But what I'm saying is, my second point is this.
You don't know that, though. We know that from watching the story.
But that's why. But to people who question why Tyreek did what he did, that's why. Because he recognized that Dre actually been looking out for him the whole time. Like, he realizes that now. He don't want to see Dre die. Like,
but either way, my second point was this, though. If Ghost you feel that way, like, he been taking care, he been looking after your young boy. Ghost got he in red zone. You know what I mean? He looking at it like, we find Tyreek. I mean, not Tyreek, but we find Dre. It's over with for him.
I get it.
So that's
and Tommy never liked him. So Tommy
right. So there's no way.
And he Kanan want to kill him because he ain't been giving him his money. So and he set him up to get killed.
Yeah, but there's no way. So with you feeling like, as soon as I see this guy, this is what's gonna happen to him. There's no way you telling me when you see him. He telling you, I'm made now. You can't touch me or whatever he's saying, whatever. And you just like, okay.
He ain't had a burner on him.
It don't matter. Ghost.
I got a burner.
He ain't had a.
Dre got a burner,
scene
and
before that, they roll into that warehouse ready to kill him.
Right.
And then now they can't. They can't touch him.
No. The warehouse thing was they set Dre and the other guy set him up, set Tommy up. Then they tried to hit him again with some Italians and the other two black dudes from Kanan's group. Right? Then they both missed. He ended up killing the two Italians. So he killed the Italians. He walked up on Ghost with the same burner in his back.
But it ain't like
knowing that Ghost ain't strapped.
When he killed the Italians, now he's got Tommy already has a problem with the Italians because he told those two dudes weren't supposed to take orders from anyone besides that other guy.
I agree.
So now those guys are dead.
Definitely gonna have a problem.
That's a problem.
That's definitely a problem.
And also, he didn't deliver on the drugs either. He said, I'm gonna have to connect. He don't have a connect because he can't.
Doesn't they? I think they have their own, right?
Yeah, so right now, so I don't think Tommy has anything going right now. They're not even plugged. Dre got all the organization. Dre is plugged in with the Jimenez brothers. Dre has all the distributors. You know, the people that's selling the work for him on the street.
So they're just gonna kill Dre and take over and plug in his.
Well, Ghost don't want to be in it. Ghost don't remember. Ghost doesn't want to be in the drug game. No more. Ghost is done. But what's going to end up happening? Remember the end of last season, Lawrence Tate pressed him up with that kid from the corner and was like, "Yo, I want you to hook my man up at that little black tie event."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we'll see what happens. I mean,
He definitely at his funeral when they were like or the girl's funeral when they were planning it.
Yeah.
Lorenz Tate had no idea about the park and they're naming it after. Like he was like, well,
yeah.
definitely confused
But
by
that's
that.
Ghost just being like, yeah, this is what we doing.
This is what we're
Yeah,
doing.
this is what we're
Yeah.
gonna do with it. Yeah. Well, I gotta
Yeah.
keep things kosher at home, so you know this is what we're gonna do to keep it
Yeah.
kosher at home. But no, man, I thought it was a good episode. I thought the writing was decent for
But
what
like we
power
said
writing
earlier,
gives
though,
us.
they said, remember you were saying about they rewrote that part because
Yes.
Dre was supposed to die.
So yeah,
So to me, it felt like it just got when they rewrote it, it got sloppy. Like that could have been, like I said, I felt like that should have been a phone call.
But-
Yo, I know you out there looking for me, yada yada yada. But you make it where
It
he
make
come
it-
to his face.
it make it
like,
harder
with
when
his
you
daughter.
do it face
And
to
then
face.
how you know he's
it make it hard? It's pull up season, Mike. You know
But
it's
then
harder
how-
when you pull
but
up
look,
on
but
a
how you know he's
I'm a
there,
Dave
though?
That's this whole situation. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna pull up on you. Like, man,
He probably was watching.
Who?
well, no, he wasn't watching. He almost got killed. So, but he was probably all right. So he probably was watching to see that Ghost was there by.
time lapse between it, so he
Yeah,
probably
yeah.
was. It was
It was at night.
daytime when he ran.
That's true. That's
right,
true.
yeah.
That's fact.
So he probably was watching. He knew he was gonna be there, and he just came up and tell him like, "Listen, yo, I'm untouchable." And
I do like how they have all these storylines. The show's only an hour long, and
They get
managed
a
to
lot
touch all
going
these storylines, and then intertwine a lot of them together, which is good. The Angela storyline, I think, is played out though. Like you the good girl, then you the bad girl, now you the good girl, now you the bad girl
So
again.
I did want to ask you guys your thoughts on the IA agent, the New York IA agent,
Yeah.
the Spanish girl who
She pressed her up.
He pressed her up
Yeah.
in her office. Like, what's to come from that? I have a theory, but I don't know.
I'm
What's
thinking
the
she's
theory?
just
Don't
there
have a theory.
to
No,
get.
what you gonna say?
Power
I
predictions.
think no, she's there to get. She's there to go after Ange, and Angela, she's gonna have to somehow. That's gonna get. I don't know. Ghost's gonna have to look out for her. In some form or fashion. I think it's gonna kind of bring them kind of like back together. Well, I did this to do that for you. As far as removing that time.
I think Angie's about to get jammed up big time.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
me
so
too.
too. She
I
has
think
to.
Angie's about to fall big time. I think the
Definitely.
fact that she deleted that file from the computer,
You know that
even though
they're
she
gonna
logged
find
in with
that,
someone else's
yeah.
login, guess what happens, guys? And we all work in a similar industry. They track that IP
Yeah.
address.
I didn't even catch the fact that she logged into somebody else.
She logged into
Yeah.
somebody else. She didn't do it the first time.
Yeah, I know
then
first
she
time
did
she
the
didn't.
second time,
Mhm.
and I was like, "Oh, don't do it, Ans, because the minute they're gonna see which IP, they're gonna see it didn't come from his computer."
I
They ain't
mean,
gonna-
but let's just look at the show. In reality, nothing's gonna happen to her, and she's gonna get scary, and then she's gonna make it out because without her, that whole storyline just disappears.
I don't
Nah,
even think
just
you
put
need
somebody
that
else in.
storyline.
Yeah,
though,
now you
anymore.
got another. Yeah, you
got another
I think you
female
can't
cop.
Get out of here now.
Yeah.
Who's the next person to die on the show?
Ooh, that's a good question. Big character.
It's got to be big. A big character is. I mean,
They might kill 50.
nah,
Nah, they're not
no
killing
way.
50.
He's not allowing that.
Yeah, he's not. Unless
He
he
like
got
being
another
in the
big
show too
project
much.
going on. Yeah, even if they did kill him, he's just gonna bring himself back to life. So
Yeah.
they burnt this
They
guy.
burned
He
him
said-
alive.
they burnt him alive. and He's
Once.
still on the show. Honestly, it's gonna be either. I'm gonna give a couple of different choices.
You know who's gonna get popped? The Lorenz Tate. Is his name the?
That's hard to kill a councilman.
Yeah, he's gonna get popped though.
But they haven't even really.
Yeah, they haven't even
got
let him
him
develop
developed
yet. They
He's
got
just
developed
in
his
it,
character.
but we don't know
Yeah.
what his
You're gonna
angle
see him
is.
trying to keep putting pressure on Ghost to bend to Ghost's will, and you know Ghost don't bend to nobody's will, so they're gonna end up taking care of him.
I think one of the people in the police.
I was about to say,
cop is gonna die.
I think the guy who used to be friends with Greg Knox,
blonde hair dude.
Yeah, I think he's gone. I think
He's been in the
that.
show for 5 seasons. None of us know his name, but we know the dead cop.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. Well, he's just annoying, that guy. So I feel like he's
Yeah,
gonna
he
get
is
popped
in a way.
soon. Obviously Dre's gonna die eventually. They're gonna get
Yeah,
Dre
yeah,
out.
it is. He's
Either Dre or Ghost. Because I wouldn't be surprised if they killed Ghost off. I would not be surprised.
really.
Yes,
way.
I would not be surprised they killed. They got another big name in the show now in Lorenz Tate, and they're trying to groom this other
Yeah,
guy.
Lorenz Tate's gonna get popped, dog. What you talking
I'm
about?
just
Ghost
saying,
is the
man.
show.
Lorenz.
Yo,
I'm
a
just
similar show
saying.
that we used to watch probably over a decade, it is over a decade now, had big name actors in the show that I know we thought made the show in The Wire. Like they killed Omar off. In
They
that
ain't care.
show. They killed a lot
Yes.
of people off. That Snoop was killed off in that.
They
show.
killed Wallace in season 2 or
Yeah.
something like that. He
So,
went on to be
I think anyone's
freaking
disposable.
Creed and
Yeah, he's
Killmonger
a
and stuff.
He's a young boy. That
I'm
Don't
saying
matter.
I think any of the characters are disposable.
Yeah.
No, this is not.
I
I
think
think it's
it's
not Game of
Ghost
Thrones.
is.
You
I don't
think
think
so?
Nah,
Ghost,
no way.
Angela, they're not going anywhere. They're storyline.
What about Ghost's wife? She get killed off?
Tasha?
Tasha?
Nah.
Nah,
I don't even see why y'all don't think Angela can get killed off.
because you understand the writing, right? And they need her. Angela's tied to the whole storyline.
Angela's
You know
so
who else could
dirty.
get killed off?
She's mad dirty.
The dude, I can't even remember his
It might
name. The
pop
old
Lala.
lawyer that Tasha's messing with.
Yeah.
Terry.
Oh,
he could go.
Ghost is definitely killing
Yeah,
him.
he could
Yeah,
definitely
Ghost is
go.
definitely knocking Terry out of here. Yeah, he can
Yeah.
go.
If Terry
The
gets
mom
on
might
radar-
knock Terry out of
Yeah,
there.
that's true. That's true. And then also Turtle could go too. I could see Tommy killing Turtle in some.
Turtle might
Just some
Turtle
crazy.
might die because Turtle kept the laptop with the recording.
Yeah.
I could see Tommy
He
just
did.
snapping one day and just slitting his throat. Tom and
He's not a lawyer anymore either, and he might get disbarred, so they could easily disbar him and just
and
kill
then get him
off
out of
or
here.
whatever.
And he's on another show too, so
why
he
did,
probably
why,
don't have
why did
time.
she even go see him though? Like I didn't understand that.
Who?
The
Angie?
son?
No, to go see Turtle. Why did Angela go see Turtle?
I think he called her. He originally on the last
Yeah,
season,
in the
right?
last
He called
season.
for a meeting.
Yeah.
They met in like a coffee
Oh no,
shop.
she called him
She
for
called
a
him
meeting,
for
yeah,
a
because she
meeting.
needed
Yeah,
a
yeah,
job or
yeah.
something. She's trying to go to his firm, but he's been disbarred, but he was trying to convince her to come on board.
Yeah.
But yeah, I could definitely see that happening. What's Tommy gonna do with these Italians? That's what I'm concerned.
You're gonna be in trouble.
First of all, the only person I don't think should die ever is Tommy. Tommy needs to live forever. Tommy's my favorite character on the
But
show.
we can't kill Tommy because Tommy's tied to the times. You understand that these guys, the people, the
Well,
four
not if you-
characters-
not
His
if you're
brothers
not-
could kill
Tom,
Tommy.
yeah, I'm about to say.
And then the
not-
Italians be all, you know.
you're not part of the family if you ain't part of the family. Like, yeah, you Teresi's son and all, but you ain't been around. You
But
see
here's
that?
the thing too, though. Keep in mind, he said Tommy went to them and gave them a number. They loyalty ain't supposed to be to no Tommy. It's supposed to be to the family that they with. They
Well,
say,
to
"Oh,
the
well,
father,
make it 80 grand. We'll do it."
Yeah.
That ain't Tommy. Just threw a number out. They should have.
But remember, he said he only did it off the strength for he's Teresi's son.
Who the guys?
The
Nah,
guy-
you
the
talking
guy
about
was-
Mike's talking about the two dudes that got killed.
The two hitmen.
Oh, you
Yeah,
talking about that?
Yeah,
Oh.
he just threw a number like, "Look, man, I heard y'all supposed to be the baddest. You know, whatever. Hey,
Right,
I'm willing
right.
to give y'all this. Give us this, and we'll do it." That's a side deal that they took outside
I mean,
of
the
the
true
family.
story.
But
Dude flat out told him,
don't talk to them.
yeah, you want to talk to them and go through me.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like,
I mean, it's gonna be
You're not-
trouble. It might
respect
be,
the chain of command there.
like, it's different. You know, an
and
Italian
that's what
family
happened in
is gonna
time.
be different.
It's gonna be some friction, but these are you understand in the show. There's some main characters and they're tied to storylines that people in the storyline can be killed, but the main person of the storyline can't disappear. Then that whole storyline disappears, and
But-
all those
but-
people lose a job. You're not
Nah,
gonna do
because
that.
Uncle if Ghost dies, you got Uncle Tommy taking care of Tasha and those kids.
They know I killing.
Think
Ghost.
about-
Tasha
Bigger
swears
show.
now she want to go legit all of
Yeah,
a sudden.
she's gonna-
I was had to explain to
He
my
gonna
wife.
kill
and she's
Lala.
like, she got in late. She just watched the last of 4. Like I was on watching the last few episodes.
Yeah.
Season. So so now when she's saying, I'm like, keep in mind it's been 4 seasons when Ghost was trying to go legit.
Right,
she
right.
kept
Could get
pressuring.
killed too. Lala.
Lala's gonna get potty.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she
Lala
could
can
get
get
killed
bodied.
on the
Why
show.
would Lala get? Why would anybody want to kill Lala?
Because somebody they may try
Yeah,
to
she's
they
a
might
big enough
they might be
character,
trying to
but
kill
she's not.
Tommy.
Yeah.
They might be trying to kill Tommy and they hit Lala and
Yeah,
that
I
could
can
be
see
She
it.
don't
Yeah.
even rock with Tommy no more.
But, I mean, he was touching her nails at
Yeah,
the
that's
thing.
freaking
She-
funeral,
But
man.
the
She's
character's
emotional.
disposable. We
Yeah,
can
she's-
agree on
she's
that.
a disposable character.
I think
Yeah,
so.
she's a disposable character, but it's like you haven't given me a real reason to kill her.
They're not even running money through her things anymore, right? They're shut down.
Yeah, for the most part. But
So-
but here's the thing, though, right? If you watch Power, there's a constant thing, right? They carry over what happened the previous year into the first at least 4 or 5 episodes. Then by episode 4 or 5, you get a new enemy, right? So think about this year. The Italians are going to be the new threat. Just watch how that whole storyline develops. The Italians eventually are going to have a beef with Tommy. Ghost is going to intervene because Ghost is really Tommy's family like that and Kanan or whatever. And it's going to be the Italians versus Ghost, which is going to be very difficult for them because, the mob got very long reaches.
That's not even going to be it
I
because
guarantee
the
you
real
will.
target is still going to be the Hernandez cartel and
They're going to get rid of that in the first 5 seasons.
Yeah, I think so too.
They're going to address all that in the first 5 episodes. I promise you they will.
The Jimenez brothers aren't even really in it. It's just Dre's the face of them now.
Yeah, but he's protected by them. They've been around for long enough. They were like Milan was 2 years ago, whatever. He's gonna get them out of there.
But keep in mind, you passing out these cards, and remember, Ghost pulled your card already because y'all didn't do those killings. I did those last killings.
That's
remember?
Yeah,
so he checked them on that. So it's like y'all ain't so much of a threat. Remember how you told him before? Y'all ain't so much of a threat as you think you are.
But you gotta also understand that Ghost is trying to exit the game. So how much of these bodies he sure was trying to get when you on TV and you got your daughters being publicly buried and all this, that, and the third? You can't be out here making these type of moves. First of all, you're already sloppy. We can tell you're getting rusty. Because you're leaving thumbprints when you shouldn't be leaving thumbprints.
That's bad writing, man.
Ghost is killing people clean. Ghost is a professional hitman, and all of a sudden, he's getting rusty. He needs to retire.
Bad writing. Once again,
he comes with gloves and he takes the glove off to open the window.
Let me open the window. Oh, my glove is slipping. Come on, one whole handprint. You got a whole handprint, not a finger.
You put a Nipsey Hussle handprint. Where the 5 fingers say in the face?
The victory slap on the glass.
The victory slap. Yo, that's hilarious, man.
We'll see what happens.
A lot of power predictions. It's still too early to uncover what's going to happen, but I think it's safe to say that somebody's getting bodied early. Within the first 5 episodes, is it safe to say that we're going to see somebody major probably die, either good or bad, Jimenez cartel, whatever. Somebody that we know we've been watching is going to get out of here.
I would agree.
All right, that's probably the only thing we can agree upon this early in the season. We'll save further power predictions for upcoming episodes. We can get into outro music, Kev. Oh, man. I don't even know what that is.
Nah, you don't know what this is?
That is definitely not the power song that I was listening for.
No,
but
it's not.
all good.
We got this part of our new segment that we're going to
Oh,
talk about.
okay.
I'm going to drop some instrumentals throughout the show, and we'll see if you can tell me the artist, the album, or the producer.
Yo, hold up, yo. I know this. Hold up. Hold up. Alright, I know the song. I know the artist. I don't know the producer.
Mike.
I think I know the producer, but I don't want to say.
Alright, we good? What's that?
Shazam.
I know, right? I should do that, right?
Great. Who's the artist?
I think the artist is Eminem.
No.
No.
What, you know who this is? I think this is a dope beat to freestyle.
I love this beat, yeah.
Belly freestyled over this on the DJ Just Incredible show. Ripped this.
He did. That's probably the best freestyle he's ever made.
Yeah.
It's a crazy beat. It's like,
I would never guess who this producer was. What is it? You know the artist?
it's an album.
Is somebody from like Slaughterhouse or something?
No,
It's an older song. It was on Loud Records. The artist from 1995.
Is that Cooley rap or something like that?
No, hold up. Loud 95. Hold up.
I heard this beat when I was growing up too.
It's
Album
not
called
Cannabis, is it?
At the Speed of Life is the album title.
Never heard the Loud Records.
Yeah, give it to us. Yeah,
Exhibit.
Yes.
X to the Z.
Give me a second. Let me try to get
Damn! Right.
Really did kill this junk though.
They did.
Yo, this beat's crazy, yo. I want this. We'll give you 5 seconds, Mike.
95. Loud Records. Havoc.
Nah.
That's-
Alchemist.
That's 2 good guesses, bro.
Dre. No, definitely.
I'm not gonna
Hold
do
on,
this
hold on.
man's name justice either because I've never heard another track by this guy.
Oh,
Fayod Ausair.
I've never
Ausar. I'm sure I butchered that name, but
Theo, no.
Thayod.
I don't
It
know
probably
what that
been somebody who sold the beat to them.
is.
That's what it was doing. But this
I got a couple more. We can run through another one real quick if you want.
hit us with it.
Yeah, let's do it. Why not?
Ready? Here we see.
Oh, come on, bro. Yeah, all right. The minute I heard the drums in the beginning, man.
That was
I'm rocking
easy,
this
right?
like for a couple weeks
That
now.
work though, man.
Yeah,
Yo,
man.
this joint was
I love how you
crazy.
gave us a layup though.
After, I don't know who brought it up, the late registration. I was listening to it this week, and I was like, damn, this
Journey's crank, right? I told you.
it's totally different.
Oh
than,
my god, this sounds amazing.
Yeah.
I never even heard this before. The more Drive Slow.
You
Oh,
I
man.
heard Drive Slow, but I never heard the whole stuff.
I'm trying
No,
the
the
production.
horn stuff, yeah.
Do yourself a favor.
Yeah.
Download late
I
registration.
listened to it for a while.
No,
And then text, I
With
slowed
Gone,
down.
Gone,
I was like,
right
nah, it's definitely this. I'm like, yo, fellas, trust me.
I had to go listen to it. Like it's just the whole beat is complete, yo. It's so many different things to listen to. Who produced it? Yo? That's
what's the artist?
Kanye.
Alright.
It's Kanye. What's my man name? Paul
Wall.
Paul Wall.
Hold on.
TLC.
TLC is in the
Yeah.
TLC on there, yeah.
And then we got production is Kanye West and Chris Bryan.
Oh, all right. Wow, I didn't even know that, man.
God
Mike's on
damn.
shit.
No,
Jeez.
I
The
thought it was
secret to
just
this-
Who the
Kanye
hell is
West.
Chris Bryan? I don't even know that
He's
guy.
probably in the
Google.
room, so
You're not gonna
Kanye gave
believe
him the
it.
credit.
You
No,
know
I
what
believe it. I
You
definitely believe
know
it.
what he looks like?
No, I don't know.
No.
what it's like.
Look him up. He's an older white guy.
Yeah,
Okay.
like Rick Rubin.
Kind of sort of like like that. He did
Okay.
apparently he did a lot of like scores for like
Okay.
movies and TV shows.
And that's what late
And that's why
registration
it sounds
sounds
so-
like.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying though. So when it's like when we talking about if y'all watch, you can watch it on YouTube, but they show how they was making the album. He actually live played like a lot of the keys and stuff like that. They may have chopped or grabbed from somewhere else, and that's what it filled everything out.
That's
But
what's
that
up.
was the only album why they did that. I don't know why.
All right, I'm
They
gonna
did-
give
Go ahead.
one more before we move on. I got a couple more, but
Let's go.
we didn't guess this one. I played it earlier.
Oh,
Yes.
come on, man.
You know what guess
Man.
is?
Dropping it like it's hot. Come on, man.
It's not the okay.
That's it's the remix.
Yeah,
It's
it's the remix.
what's the name of the what's the name
Well,
of the
Snoop
remix?
Dogg is in it too,
I
man.
What
think
they
it's
call
dropping
it?
like it's not a remix.
No,
Oh,
they-
The Snoop
Did they
mix.
call it?
Crit mix maybe or something.
Nah, they called it something. I think Jay says it on there.
Jay's verse on this was hard. So
Oh,
I'm biased, right, KG?
Yeah, this one's crazy. Yeah, this
It
one's
was
Just
the
listen
album.
to the beat without no lyrics on it.
Yeah,
I want to hear another one.
Hey, you want more?
These little more instrumentals. Let the instrumentals rock.
Yeah, one more.
See how good you guys are. These are all older hip hop tracks. None of them are from today. Of course.
Alright,
Like,
of course,
I'm gonna
yeah.
now I'm gonna flip it. I'm gonna change it up every week. So
Oh, don't, because
Alright.
I won't guess any of them from today, probably. Oh, come on, man. Shit
Oh,
ones.
come on.
some of them were layups, man.
Man. Now, I had to produce this joint, you know what I mean? I know this. Come on, man. Come on, man. This is a classic, man. I love this beat.
So
man.
easy.
This should be my intro music every time I come in the room.
It's so funny because these beats, right? Nowadays, every beat got like that little trap sound.
Yeah.
So you already know
That, like, clap.
sound like
Yeah.
the bass line or whatever. Yeah. These joints, man, they had to actually go outside of the box, and everybody came out with a different,
Yeah.
whatever you want to call them, like
You were saying difficult.
hard beats.
Something difficult.
Yeah.
I'll tell you right now, the exhibit one was definitely the most difficult this week.
I like. Did you see the Just Blaze on
Yeah,
Rapture? Did they this to be they
they
recreated?
did recreate that. He made it seem. I think Just Blaze made it seem like it was way more difficult.
Yeah, he
than
hyped
actually
it up like it
was.
was.
Taryn just like throws it together. He's like, I just load up the drums.
He was like,
load this
it was
up.
really like 3 buttons.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, he's
this
like,
is
it's
that,
pretty
that.
simple.
Hey, we're done.
It's like, it was
Man, we're
amazing
done.
how I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
So we started our Sunday, if you guys remember, with Power, the return of Power. If you got it on demand or you stream Stars, you could probably have watched it earlier. But we ended the day with some major news across the sports world. A seismic shift in the power structure in the NBA.
Run that shook ones back, because there's a lot of shook ones out there.
Yeah, you read about that.
Hey
What's
man,
going on?
it's a lot of scared money don't make money.
That's
You know what I
scared
mean?
money.
I want I really was looking forward to today's episode because I thought we was gonna have a member who I haven't seen since episode 1000, season 2, to actually have a really good conversation with because I was excited. I was excited for the first time ever, guys. I had a partner in which I could root with on the same squad with, right? So I don't know if you guys know this or not, but LeBron James, aka LA Bron, has moved over and he's come on home. He's come on into the fold and he's joined the Los Angeles Lakers. And a member of the podcast who's not with us today, but hey man, I'm gonna shout him out. Shout out to Lo. Is a huge LeBron James fan. You have to understand how ecstatic I was to find out that Lowe's favorite player was coming to my favorite team and that we could cheer for him together in unison.
Really?
Yes! Yes! Yes, that's exactly what I was thinking. Only to find out, to my displeasure, that Lowe feels a way about LeBron going to LA.
Here's my thing.
Which order, before you go, which prompted me to wonder, is the hate more than the love? Like, how can you hate more than you love? I'm a loving individual. I love everybody. I love to love. But I can't hate more than I love. Like, how does that even work? Mike, how does that work?
I don't know what you said a lot right there. Like, but
You got philosophical on it.
Yeah,
It's deep, right?
I can't decipher all that right
Yeah,
now.
man, I love
But
it.
the
Man,
one
what you
thing
gotta
that
say?
the one thing that's weird to me about that whole situation is you've been like compared against this guy. Like, I respected the fact that Kobe never went to the Bulls when he threatened to go to the Bulls, because that's obviously it's Mike's town. You know what I mean?
This will never be LeBron's.
Huh?
The Lakers will never be LeBron's team.
It's just like that's a circus to me. Cleveland was your town. Miami for a little bit, they kind of gave that town to you.
Nah, that's D-Wade town.
I get
Nah,
it, but they
Wade
kind
County
of
always.
listen. But they kind of gave it up to him a little bit. Now you going to play? All right, is Kobe ain't want to go to the Bulls probably because he just never wanted to leave the Lakers. Period, which I get.
Yeah.
But at the same time, he don't want to go really play in Mike's shadow. Like, you already gonna be compared. Like, so they always compare Kobe and LeBron just because. Then it's LeBron and Jordan. All right, whatever. But now it's like you actually going to LA though to put on that Lakers jersey.
What's wrong with it? I don't
And
understand what's wrong
I
with
mean,
that.
you're not gonna see what's wrong with it because you're a Lakers fan. But it's like, what are you doing? Like,
It'll make you. The Lakers are a big network, or a big. That's a big market.
Big market, yeah.
I get it.
The past couple of years, nobody's. I mean, you tune in if you're a big Lakers fan, but I'm not watching the Lakers. I watched the Lakers when Kobe was there.
You're not watching LeBron James.
I am
and
now.
the Lakers.
No, that's what I'm saying. But the past couple of years, you weren't though.
Of course not. I'm a fan. I wasn't watching.
Yeah.
But here's what I would say, right? First of all, man, I feel bad for Kobe. I really
Why?
do. I really feel bad
You
for
got
Kobe.
5 rings.
Cause, see, I think you guys are looking at it one way. I'm looking at it different. You guys are looking at it like you stay with one franchise, you win as many rings as you can. But I don't remember the last time I saw somebody win a ring in 3 different places with 3 different organizations. That's a huge accomplishment, in my opinion.
Robert Horry.
Robert Horry, yeah.
I'm sorry, did Robert Horry lead any of those guys?
You asked a question like you don't remember the last time.
I don't know. Not as a leader, I don't. You know what I mean? I don't remember as a leader someone actually
Because
doing that.
leaders don't leave teams; they stay on them.
What do you mean leaders don't leave teams?
LeBron leaves teams.
LeBron is not.
Well.
It was a circus.
Leaders don't
It
leave
is a multiple
teams.
choice
No.
test.
You're trying to compare.
I don't think it was the biggest circus as everyone thought.
No, this is a circus.
He went visit with one team, right? And he
Yeah.
signed to that team.
No, I'm saying that this is a circus right now.
What?
The basketball, like
Yeah,
the-
but basketball is
It's a joke.
Is an
So-
all year round thing now, though. You
No,
gotta
I'm just saying that.
accept that.
No, I'm just saying that the changing the teams and
Yeah,
it's
that is a joke.
Like it's a joke. I'm saying
The Golden
if
State
for you
Warriors.
for you to make the comparison about you don't remember seeing leaders. You know why? Because leaders in basketball stayed with their team. There's loyalty. There's no loyalty to the game right now. It's all about money. We talk about Michael Jordan, Reggie Miller, Karl Malone. Those people never left. They should have.
All right, so Karl Malone played for the Lakers trying
It
to
was
take
too
the shit.
late.
trying to chase.
But see, that's what this kind of looked like.
Michael Jordan, if you want to be factual, left in the middle of his highest peak. He left. He came back, but he left. Okay?
Left basketball.
Left basketball. He didn't leave.
Oh shit! You said leaders don't leave. That's what you said.
Yeah,
you want to be all semantics man with your Robert Ory comment.
That's
now
like
I'm
saying,
semantics man with you.
We're gonna compare two different things, but that was like saying Jay-Z's not a leader because he left the game
and he has a business
and came back. Michael Jordan left the game.
He just said leaders
came back
don't
to Washington to sell tickets.
He said leaders don't leave.
Yeah,
don't.
That's all he said.
Leaders don't leave.
Right. I mean,
They don't.
Okay,
Greg is deflecting right now.
I'm responding to you.
He's swift with it.
I'm responding.
Kevin Durant's not a leader.
He just said he wasn't a leader. Leaders don't leave. That's what he said. I
That
didn't
Michael
say
Jordan
that.
was a reach though.
Michael Jordan left. That's what you said. He said Carmelo. He said Carmelo. He said Michael Jordan. He said Reggie Miller, and Reggie Miller never won anything.
We're defining that
But we
as
told
a
leaders on the
stipulation
teams.
for what a leader is and what a leader
We
isn't.
talk team leaders.
I don't think there's any superstars that are leaders other than those career team players.
I think nowadays players have realized that first of all, we got to understand that things change. The one thing that's constant is change, right? We all know that, right? So it's a different NBA now than it was when we was watching it. So you can't be mad at guys for trying to get what other guys are doing. The Warriors are freaking loaded. They just got Boogie Cousins. They got 5 All-Stars. They basically look like the USA Olympic team right now.
Here's the thing with that,
Straight up.
Why wasn't nobody else tried to give him a deal though?
Okay, I'm not saying that that's
He
not
was
right.
injured, right? He ain't played.
No, that's
I
not
think
why.
other teams
It was,
offered him.
no, they didn't. No, nobody
That's
offered him
crazy.
that. No, he's playing for $5 million next year. This guy,
1 year.
he should never be playing for $5 million.
He wants the chip.
Caldwell, Kentavious Pope, the guy who was like the old man for the Lakers, they signed him for $12 million. He's making more than Boogie Cousins. Why? Boogie Cousins is an all-star.
Listen.
This guy played in the G League last year.
Yeah, but he's gonna play 1 year. If he balls out, he's getting
dude. He should
crazy
never.
contract.
Boogie Cousins in today's time out. Boogie Cousins in today's NBA should never be making less than like 12 to 15 million a year. Never under any circumstances.
Hold on. Why do you think he
No,
signed
I'm not saying that that's Golden State's fault. That's all the other GM's fault. Golden State was the smart one to say, I'm gonna sign him up for the
Why
mid-level
did he sign
minimum.
for $5 million then?
Huh? Why did he sign?
Yeah.
Because he needed a team. Nobody else was trying to sign him. Nobody else was trying to sign him. And no one else was trying to sign him because of a reputation of attitude. That dude goes out there and balls. I don't give a shit about your attitude. He goes out there and plays.
Hey, well, you should have been on the phone with some other GMs. Like, look, y'all
been his agent.
Golden State probably only had $5 million to offer him. That's why you got 5.3. That's all we got.
You get $5 million, but you get a ring.
And honestly, that's the pay cut that Kevin
insane.
Durant took when he restructured his contract this year. He restructured it for $5 million less, and they gave that shit to Boogie.
Hey,
you know what I mean? And Kevin Durant. So if we want to talk about it, Kevin Durant, he went from Oklahoma City to freaking Golden State Warriors. They were up 3-1 on the Warriors the year before he left. Ring chasing. It's a different league. It's a different league.
The thing.
You gotta adjust.
But for Golden State though,
I can't believe I'm defending Braun. That's crazy.
But for Golden State,
he's on the squad now. He's a family.
We don't know how it's gonna go. Because what if Boogie don't like how it's not just a slow the game down, get you the ball type thing. We pass it around, yada yada yada. What if he don't fit in with that well? That's why we still got to see the game get played versus what's going on like on paper. That's how I look at it.
Well, I would say this, right? You had JaVale McGee. I don't care what you're doing. He's an upgrade over that. So even if he's not normal Boogie Cousins good, you know, being able to put up. I remember they were interviewing him. They showing this clip of him putting up 55 or what have you, and not being considered for the All-Star game and things of that nature. Like he's put up big numbers.
Yeah.
He's gonna be decent enough to run with the Warriors.
No, I got you. Like if the play break down, you not mad that he got the rock in his hand and he go 1-on-1.
No,
I get it. No,
honestly, not only that, I'm taking days. You know they taking nights off now. Like they was taking nights off last year.
Yeah.
Oh, they definitely taking nights off now. I'm like, any of these guys can get it. Anybody on the court at any given moment can go. And you still got Iggy on the bench. Yes, it's crazy.
I want to see how him and Draymond gonna get along.
I want to know how Adam Silver isn't vetoing these deals like my man
Chris Paul won a couple years ago.
Yeah, he vetoed when Chris Paul was supposed to be going to the Lakers quick. And that would have been multiple championships if he was able to play with Cole.
Mm-hmm.
They vetoed that with the quickness, bro.
I just don't get how big people could just get up and go. Like, it's crazy. There's no stopping. Like,
There isn't. I think the players realize that they're like, we're the one that they hold more of the cards anymore.
yeah.
Hey, I respect that though.
I do
On
too.
some real stuff. I
Like they
respect
finally realized like
we got
they're coming to watch me
that. Yeah.
and us
Yeah.
perform.
Not only that, they thought the NBA thought that they could just throw more guaranteed money at people who stayed at their own location, so they get these huge max deals. Players are making so much money off the court.
Yeah,
That extra
that's what I
30
think
mil
it is
don't
too.
mean nothing to me.
It's
Right?
more like when you talk
Right.
about like Reggie Miller and Michael Jordan and those guys. The NBA is such a bigger business now. Like it's bigger than the
It's
NBA.
global.
Yo, the funny thing
Everybody
about it
man.
is though, like we talk about people that's left and going to get, for whatever reason, and people get upset. But then when Melo decides, I'm gonna stay.
Yeah. We
People
just
get
mad
mad.
at him,
Yeah.
though. Yeah, we just mad at him. Like, you
Melo
can't
like,
have it both ways.
I'm gonna stay and get this check.
Yeah.
And people mad that Melo's staying. Like,
It's crazy, bro. You
Sure.
can't. You'll never satisfy the masses. But all I'm saying is, LeBron in LA. I think that's gonna. I
So
think
where do they go? Do they get to the? I mean, they get to the Western Conference Finals.
not next year. No, not next year. We need
No?
a guarantee of Kawhi first.
Are they playing the Warriors to go to the finals?
Depending on where
the
they
finals
see it.
go through Golden State.
Yeah, everything goes
The
through
road
Golden
to the
State.
finals
Yeah.
go through Golden
Honestly,
State, I think.
Houston has. If Houston re-signs Clint Capella, they have a better chance of knocking off the Warriors next year
I
than
seriously
Houston.
I mean,
doubt it.
at this
I
point
don't.
right now,
I don't.
how many teams are in the NBA now? Do we even need? Why don't we just cut it down to 5 teams?
They could make the league. They could make the league more exciting if they had less teams.
Honestly,
You
the
have
league is just the
talent.
Western Conference at this point. Like, if the Sixers or the
Wait,
Celtics
wait,
aren't in the finals within the next 2 years, there's a problem.
Do we
with
need
the
to-
league.
And
do we
then
need to-
either one of them could get swept in the finals.
They could.
Yeah,
and,
don't
honestly, that's what they banking on. It's like, all right, let's take the hardest road to get to the finals. So once we get there, I'm just coasting. I'm
Yeah.
good. You know what I
Did
mean?
Kawhi sign yet?
Kawhi is he's looking at the Celtics, he's looking at the Sixers. They don't want to send him
It's
to the
hard to be a
Spurs.
team though. Like the Spurs, you want to trade them,
Yeah.
but who you going to trade them? Because the team, like for me, if I'm the Sixers, I should say, look, we willing to give you Kawhi for Ben Simmons. Why would I do that?
I'm
knowing
not giving up
Kawhi
Ben
is
I'm not
going
doing
to
that.
L-
I think
no,
Kawhi got a
Squash, I'm
terrible
just saying,
attitude.
why would you do that knowing that Kawhi is going to LA anyway?
Yeah.
So I'm supposed to give you a superstar.
The-
He's saying that, right? He's like, right now, isn't that the thing? I only want to
I
go.
only
to
want to
LA.
play for
It's
LA.
gonna work
Yeah,
because
nah, I
they
would never want a guy
gonna
like
want to
that.
sign him.
I would never want a guy like that though.
But here's the thing, like
Right.
you played yourself into this position. You're a Finals MVP. You won the NBA Finals. You can now dictate where you want to go. Listen, y'all misdiagnosed my injury. The relationship is damaged here. The trust is gone. You can trade me. It's not. Here's what he's saying. You can trade me wherever you want. I'm just saying when I'm available to be a free agent.
next year.
I'm going to LA.
Let's
Now,
skip it.
you can gamble whatever you want to gamble to think
Yeah.
that you can persuade me to stay. I'm telling you up front, I'm going to LA. So teams like the Sixers and the South, they're like, well, I'm not giving you no big stars because
You
like there's no
season,
guarantee
and
he's
he
gonna
might not
stay.
even play.
Exactly, which is why, and now even LA is saying, well, I'm not giving you I'm not giving you Kuzma. I'm not giving you Brandon Ingram. I'm not giving you anybody of value on my team. You know, I'll give you maybe a couple draft picks or whatever, because they're like, this guy's gonna be available in a year.
Is that a
Yeah,
smart
exactly.
decision
Yeah.
for him right
Who,
now?
Kawhi?
Who, Kawhi? Why not?
Absolutely.
Yeah, why not?
All right.
You
Why is
gonna
he
get.
hurt?
You gonna get.
You're getting paid either way.
Yeah, you get paid either way, and you gonna get. You unrestricted free agent next year. You gonna get max money
contract.
regardless.
Yep. Smartest thing you could do.
So actually, you know what? Yeah, if y'all want me to sit on the bench, or if y'all want me to play, either way, I'm not going hard.
nope,
I'm not getting.
injured. No,
Yeah.
I'm not getting injured. So it's your own gamble. So the Spurs, he's forcing the Spurs to have to do. You want to get something, otherwise you get nothing. You wait till 2019, and now he's just gone, and you got nothing out of it. So it's like I feel bad for. I mean, I don't feel bad for him because fuck the Spurs, but still, you know what I mean? That's a terrible situation to be in, for real, for anybody.
Yeah,
Like,
you're a superstar ready to roll.
Are the Spurs able to compete without him?
no.
There's no
Yeah,
way.
there's no
No,
way,
ain't
right?
no way. No. Even though you can make the argument they did compete this year. They did. They competed without him this year. But it's the Spurs. They're not gonna be as
Yeah.
competitive as the Spurs can be.
Yeah,
yeah.
Still
you
gonna
know.
be there.
Yeah, man. But yeah, man, interesting trades, man. It's a lot going on in the NBA. I love the Boogie to the Warriors move.
I like Rondo.
I like Rondo.
Rondo in LA, right?
I mean,
Yes.
I've always liked Rondo.
Rondo needs a chip. He's like one of those. He's
got
gonna be
a
the next.
chip.
Oh yeah, with the
Yeah,
Celtics.
with
You're right. You're right.
Celtics,
Right.
yeah.
But I mean, I know what you mean.
He's gonna be like the
Yeah.
next Chris Paul. Granted, Chris Paul don't have a chip, but I feel like is always on the right team. Just
I feel like
missing like one piece.
He wants to go at the Warriors.
You
Like
know
he's
what?
a guy who got a chip on his shoulder. Like, yo, these boys ain't that nice. Like,
You
I
know
want to
what
go
though,
at
man? And I might be talking out of turn right now, but honestly, man, I mean, I like Rondo a little bit better than Chris.
Chris scores more.
He
has
does.
jumper.
No, I'm not
I need Rondo to
denying
develop a
that.
jumper.
But I just like what
He's a
position
bigger
Rondo
guard,
play?
and he plays.
Rondo play point.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
point.
but is it what's the name point over there on Lakers?
Who, Lonzo? Man,
Yeah.
Lonzo going to
Get
the
the
bench.
fuck out of here.
Yeah, I told Rob been texting me all week about this. I'm like, man, get this ass out of here, man.
You
Lonzo's
said he
going
going
to
to the Knicks.
He's going to the bench.
Oh, I thought you
Yeah,
said
They're
the
gonna
Knicks.
make that.
Nah,
His
he's
dad
gonna
will make it a circus.
Who cares?
And
All right,
then
no more trading.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
They'll get him out of it. They don't.
Yeah.
I like
I
how
don't
his
want
dad
any of that.
said. They asked his dad about that. He was like, "You think LeBron worried about me?" He was like, basically saying that LeBron got, like, he ain't thinking about as long as Lonzo show up on the court. Y'all ain't hear this interview?
I ain't hear it
He
yet.
said as
That's
long as
fine.
Lonzo show up and ball out the way he's supposed to, LeBron ain't gonna give a damn about what I'm doing, like, and yada yada yada. Which I kind of like. I'm like, yeah, I can see LeBron. Like, I don't give a damn about dude.
Yeah, no, I
Yeah.
feel you. Yeah, I mean, LeBron is way bigger than anything LeVar Ball can do, but like, it's just funny to see them together in the same building.
They
Like, that's gonna be-
opposites.
right?
They polar
like
opposites.
when they start losing, as LeVar gonna be doing interviews talking about Bron need to get the ball to Lonzo more.
You hear Lonzo wide open?
Yeah.
Nobody
You
knows
know
about
LeBron was in the huddle and whatnot.
You didn't see that?
Yo.
You didn't see, they just made a meme about it too, where LeBron is sitting at a table and they got it from the what's that movie again? Where the guy says $1 million.
Oh,
Austin
you
Powers.
talking about-
Austin
yeah,
Powers,
Austin
and
Powers,
and LeBron's just trying to talk. He's like,
Yeah.
we gonna play games, and LeBron's trying to talk, and it's pretty funny.
I heard some funny stuff too. Is after LeBron got traded, Tyronn Lue was named the coach of the Cavaliers.
Yeah, I saw that meme. That meme was
was?
hilarious.
That's upsetting.
Did you see the juice post with LA fans and LeBron fans when Bishop and
Oh yeah,
Q
yeah.
To live and die in LA. Yeah.
Hold on, did y'all see the? I know we going on memes now. Did y'all see the like they got end of the road with Kevin
Yes.
Love?
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yo, that they took the biggest. That franchise is
Yo.
set back a decade.
Hey man,
That's a
crazy.
damn shame, man.
It is
Like
what it
it's
is.
funny though. He left like everybody that you said wasn't stars over there. Kevin Love, obviously J.R.
J.R.
Smith.
Smith. They say J.R.
You
You
know
see
what
the meme with him on a plane with the Henny
Yeah.
trying to
Oh,
go
for real.
LeBron.
All them boys is fired. Like they know. Like Lou has to know. Like, all right, we don't really need you now.
I don't think it's
We
gonna
can
be like
rebuild.
that. I think
I
what they're
think so.
gonna do is I think
Where
they're
do
gonna
they
keep
finish
Lou for a
in the
minute.
East?
Oh, next year?
Yeah.
Oh man, they not making the playoffs.
How many games do
So-
they win? No, they're definitely not making the playoffs. How many games they gonna win?
25, and that's a stretch.
I'll take the I'll take the under on that. I don't think they're winning 25.
Nah,
they're gonna be
they'll win.
horrible.
Nah, they'll win 25
I mean, you know
games.
what, man? They may ball out a little bit though.
The East is weaker. You gotta understand the East is definitely still
What I
a
mean
weaker
is because
conference.
keep in mind now you can play balls like Hood, for instance. He can
Hood
get
been
some
wanting to
minutes.
be a starter anyway. He wants
Exactly. He can get
Who's
some
the
minutes.
leader?
You
of
can
that
play
team?
Clarkson. Clarkson can score. Clarkson actually was Kuzma before Kuzma. Clarkson can actually score.
Because now you don't got. I mean, I'm not saying that they're a better team without LeBron.
Yeah.
No,
I'm just saying, but now you don't have LeBron, so other people gonna have to ball out.
Kevin Love is gonna be the star now.
Kind of like not how Boston did it, but kind of sort of how like Kyrie sat down. Everybody thinking like, oh man, it's gonna be a wrap for
It's
them.
my time to shine.
Now my thing is, like, how is Kyrie gonna kind of mess that little flow up
What do you
'Cause
mean? With
when he comes back? Because
Boston?
Kyrie he does demand the ball.
He's ball.
Yeah, he definitely does.
So now the rest, everybody else they started balling on their own, where they feel like
What's his deal? How many years he signed to them? One more, right? And
I don't know. That's a
I
good
think
question.
he only had one more year on his contract. But what did he say? He didn't want to. He really wanted to be
He
shot too.
Yeah. He
He
said
wants
he's
to be, right?
Yeah, well, he didn't commit to them.
Yeah, that's
he
the-
said I'm gonna be a free agent. I'm restricted free agent.
if you're
which-
Boston, if he has one more year left, he could walk, right? So by the middle of the season,
well, he wants a max deal though.
That's what I'm saying. By the middle of the season, if he's not performing, you can roll with the squad. What took you to the Eastern Conference?
Yeah,
what they
no,
go
I
this year?
mean-
finals.
Finals, yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
feel you, but I mean, like, man, that
Come to
team
walk.
with
Or trade him.
Kyrie is that much more formidable once you get to the finals. Like, because what you got to now think about is the team on the other side. If you got to see the Warriors, You need a baller like Kyrie that's gonna make Steph and those guards work on the other end.
Who's the white dude that got hurt on Boston? He's a stud too.
Gordon Hayward.
He's back.
He'll be
right?
back.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They might have a.
They're gonna be loaded. No,
Yeah.
the Boston Celtics will be loaded next year. Like I'm actually more nervous about them going forward long term than probably any team because I feel like they got the coach, they got the personnel, they got the type of personnel that'll listen to their coach, and they got unselfish players, and they got a superstar.
We don't really see because now you got it where he gonna have to coach to those egos too after what they did last year.
Nah, I think they still. You think
I don't think for the young. Not for
Yeah,
the
they still
young.
too young. They
Look,
still
if I'm
like
Tatum,
juniors
man.
in high in
If
college.
I'm Tatum,
Tatum's a sophomore in college right now.
One dude
Look.
was on like an AAU team or something, right?
Yeah,
Who was that?
man.
what's my man name?
Not
I mean, but
not
he ain't
Terry.
got it. See, that's he's going right back to the bench as soon as Kyrie come. Even though he's nice.
You talking
I
about
can't
Terry
think of-
Rozier?
Yeah,
Yeah.
But he's going back to the bench.
Scary Terry.
yeah.
I thought that they could mortgage Kyrie because of
Me
what
too,
Terry
that's
was
my
playing.
point.
Yeah. So now you don't really feel like you have to
You don't
offer
need
Kyrie,
Kyrie, like,
that
no,
max
you
deal
need
because
Terry.
Terry kind of stepped up his play a big time.
But if you got Kyrie on the team, he's going to the bench. That's all I'm saying.
Oh yeah, no
Yeah.
doubt, no
Yeah.
doubt, no
but,
doubt.
But
Yeah.
if I'm Tatum, you can think about this. If I'm Tatum, now Kyrie comes back. I gotta take a back seat. Y'all see what I was just doing? I gotta give up shots from my.
Still
Take some
rookie.
shots away from.
Still
We gotta
rookie,
run
bro.
some offense through me. And if you what's my man name?
or second year player, I should say.
What's my man name? Y'all know who I'm talking about. Brett Brown.
Brett
You
Brown.
Jaylen Brown? You
Yo,
thinking
Jaylen
like?
Brown, yeah.
Look, man. Nah.
Jaylen Brown's going to the bench. How you gonna start all these? I mean, unless you putting Smart on the bench, I feel like Jalen should come off the bench to replace Tatum. Now you basically got the same player, same position. You're not sacrificing any points. Maybe a little bit from 3-point
The
shot.
only
That's about
problem
it.
with them two is that they had good games at different times.
They did. They never put them together at the same
So
time.
now
That's
it's
why
gonna
you
be
gotta
like-
play one off the
But
other.
I'm saying
You
I
can't
gotta
play
go
them
to the
together.
bench for this young boy.
That young boy outplayed you. You know what I mean? Last year, you look at the stats. He outplayed him.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Jalen
gonna
Brown,
be
either you
interesting.
going to the bench or you on the trade block. I mean,
What I'm saying is for
same.
Stevens, it's gonna be interesting to see how he's gonna manage these.
I think he's gonna be great at it, man. That's the thing,
All right.
because he's gonna have the talent. He's gonna be so happy next year, knowing that the East is as weak as it is. You basically got a green light to the finals, and all you gotta do is plan on how you're gonna beat Golden State. Like that's all. And I really wanted to see Golden State Boston this year more than anything, because I think that would be an interesting matchup from an athleticism standpoint. I don't think they'd have won, but I think it would have been great experience for those young boys, so that it'd have been like OKC when they seen Miami that first year. And if they got that experience, and if they stay healthy, they could go back and they could dominate. But OKC want to give away all their MVP players, so I don't know what's up with that. But
What about who's the dude signed with the Suns today? Devin Booker.
he resigned?
Yeah, he signed.
Yeah.
oh, nice, smart. That was smart. Lock him up.
crazy
I thought he was gonna
money,
be out.
man.
I really thought he was gonna be out.
Booker.
I wanted Booker to be gone. I wanted
I don't
Booker
know how you
out
walk
in New York.
That's a lot of money to walk away from.
I wanted
54.
5 year, 158.
He could have got more.
You think so?
Yeah, if he had held out, he could have got more. This guy put up 70 points in the game, bro, in Phoenix.
Still.
That's a lot of money.
Man, I'm just saying he could have got more.
30. What is it? This is
I mean,
40.
no wrong. That's great. That's
Yeah.
LeBron James money. I mean,
Yeah.
he's got what's it, 35 a year, some shit, 36, something like that.
His family doing backflips. They
I can see him with Porzingis for some reason. I'm like, yo, he'd be great in New York, young boy. With,
Are the Knicks gonna be any good?
no. Is James Owen still there?
Yeah.
Yeah, no. That's the thing. We've been rolling today, man. We got any more songs we could beats we could
Yeah,
guess?
I think I got one more here.
Can we guess who's Trizack?
This one is going to be fairly easy, I believe, for the group here as well. But I'm gonna play it.
Should we go? Wait a minute. Should we do that, or should we talk about the grown men in hip hop? Because we've been playing a lot of old school beats. I think it's appropriate that we've played a lot of aged music. We had a conversation that we were kind of picking up on last week about adult contemporary hip hop.
I like it, man. So as you segue into that,
Hey. Oh man!
Tell me.
Look at this! This is probably one of my top guys in adult contemporary hip hop category.
I want to know the album name,
Easy, man.
the producer,
Super easy.
the artist.
The artist. Come on.
I'll give you the producer of this one, Primo.
It's another
Nah,
joint
yeah,
that like anyone can freestyle over to.
Yeah, man. Nah, this is I am, right?
Yeah.
I am. That's what I meant.
Yeah,
Okay.
man.
Yeah,
Nah, I said, this one he coming at me, not me.
record on the Drake album.
Which record was that?
Sandra's Rose.
That was his? I
Yeah.
thought it might have been
It was
his.
Primo beat.
I liked it.
I thought it would be more
I thought it would be more Primo.
boom bap
They
hip hop.
hyped it more
They
than
definitely
what it was.
hyped it. They definitely hyped it up. I was not expecting. I didn't. Not to say it's a bad track. It's a great track, but
You know,
I didn't- it's
that
not
was
what
the
I
only
was-
thing that was missing from the Drake album was that big song, like with the big beats, like Motto and like just a very big
That's what.
overproduced beat song on the album.
But
like
that's
every,
what
every album has it. Like every
I
album he
think
dropped.
8 out of 10 might be that joint.
That's how you feel. I thought was like that joint for real.
It didn't give me like the, you know how you just got that like, man, this is like a, like you just got the beat, like man, you just bopping to the beat harder than you listening to the lyrics. There's no beat that jumped out that was like amazing.
You know what I like that Drake did kill? This is on like one of the earlier albums. The joint with him and Nicki.
Oh yeah.
That beat was a kind of like a loud beat.
Which one? Up All Night?
Yeah,
No.
exactly.
That's my favorite
Oh,
song.
yeah.
Kush
Kush
Roll
Roll,
Fast,
yeah,
Full,
yeah,
Lots of
yeah,
Dirty
yeah,
Things.
that joint's crazy.
Yeah, that joint was crazy.
And everything.
That
Yeah, that
literally
beat was-
my
that beat-
favorite
I like
song.
that album.
That's the first
joint.
album.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you later. I thought
Yeah.
that joint was crazy.
I did too. Honestly, that probably is. I might like a little bit more to Take Care only because
There's
of some of the
a
features he had on.
Jeezy and Drake joint on there with the Aaliyah sample, which is nuts. I thought they missed the opportunity to shoot a summertime video for that when it came out.
Dude, I like Fancy.
The
Miss
Real Her
Me
was the one
what
I
was
was-
the joint with Wayne on that? That was hard. At
Which
the
one?
end, the strip club joint. Tell me what's really
Yeah,
going
what's
on.
going
Yeah.
on?
The big horns and stuff. Yeah.
Man, Drake really used to really be a good rate artist.
The Real Her is the one I was
Used to
thinking
be
about
what
earlier.
you said there. It's upsetting.
That's
No, I actually like the new one. I like the new project. You said The Real Her?
Yeah, that was on that other
What
album.
song is that?
They got Andre 3000 was on that joint.
Yeah, it was on Take Care.
Okay.
Yeah, on Take Care. That's the song
Yeah.
I was thinking about earlier.
All right. So I mean, we kind of touched on this as a instrumental was playing, but like we think about like mature artists now, like artists that have aged well and still delivering on some quality content, and I think we kind of led in the convo with Nas's beat, and I would probably put Nas in that category.
Absolutely.
I definitely put Jay in that category at this stage of his career. I think somebody mentioned Tip earlier.
T.I. is definitely in there.
Yeah, I think Tip is in there.
Would you
Oh,
put
Common.
Ludacris in there? Even though I wouldn't, but I'm curious on your opinion.
I
on
don't
that. 'Cause
know
He's
if-
not really like a rapper.
Yeah,
Much
I
as
don't know if
is
he puts out
Nah,
enough.
Ludacris is a rapper.
He is,
got-
but he does. I don't think
He
his
don't-
music is geared towards
Exactly.
adults.
Nah.
Not like adults. Our generation
I know what
of
you're saying.
listener. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, he's not. He's not. a
T.I. is not.
Unfortunately, we not looking for the new Luda album.
Nah,
No, no one's
unfortunately
Like, but
not.
not T.I. with that crossover with the Us or Else
Yeah,
album.
it's
We
grown
can be looking
music.
for it's grown music.
Black Thought, I put in that category
Black
with his
Thought,
latest
yeah.
project. Very mature, very.
I put
aged
Royce
well.
the 5'9" in that category.
Ryan, yeah. Okay. All right. Honestly, and he's probably young for this. Might have to put J. Cole in that category.
Kendrick,
Yeah, I was thinking.
I
that
don't
too.
know.
J. Cole for sure.
J. Cole definitely.
Yeah. Or is it just
Kendrick,
that J. Cole's
yes.
music is conscious music?
It's conscious, but it's adult in the content in the sense that he's talking about responsible things, in my opinion. Like, you know what I mean? Like, when especially the KODL. I love KODL. I love Brackets. I love
1985.
1985.
Mm-hmm.
KOD. He got some bangers on that joint.
What
man.
about Wale? I'd put Wale in grown
I think Wiley's
music.
always been in that category.
Yeah, me too. I think Wale's got his own.
Got his own little
I
lane.
His
don't
own
know
lane.
if I'll put Wale in there.
And I like the last little EP he dropped too.
Didn't he just drop something recently?
That's what I'm
right
talking
now?
Yeah,
about. Yeah,
4-track joint.
tracks.
I don't know if I'll put Wale there.
Nah?
Nah, because Wale just raps about women. Like, he raps a lot about.
Nah,
Nah, he raps about
shit.
socially
Yeah,
conscious
the last
issues.
Yes.
EP got some
Are we
social
talking about
stuff on
what
it.
do we? So what is the? Is it just
It's like-
conscious music or it's like a?
Like grown man conscious rap music.
Well, even taking the conscious out, I would
Yeah,
throw
this
Fab
is-
out
this
there.
is
I would
still
throw
grown man.
I would throw Kiss out there too.
These people are just old.
But J. Cole ain't old.
Yeah, J. Cole like 30.
I wouldn't put J. Cole in there. I don't think he belong. He needs to stay in his group.
But what does he rap about though?
Yeah.
Like his content.
I don't even like the new Cole.
Yo, man.
Okay.
I don't.
Why?
I don't.
You need.
I mean, I'm not surprised either. He's a Drake. Like he like.
You can like Drake and like J. Cole. Man.
No,
It's
I like
okay.
Cole. I think Born
if anyone
Sinner is
says
his
it's
best
not,
album.
I'm telling you it's okay.
I think Born Sinner is his best album. He was hungry.
Born Sinner is his best album.
He was hungry.
Okay.
You can hear the beats. It was produced. It was raw. It was like you could just hear. Like, man, this kid's gonna blow up, and then he gets has a baby, and he just changes to this whole different kind of.
Forest Hills Drive is, I think, the best J. Cole project.
I would probably agree there.
Born
And
Sinner, you don't skip nothing on that album, bro. It's pure fire from start to end. Pure fire.
Pure fire, more fire, more tune.
I'm serious.
But why didn't you like KOD?
I just didn't like the vibe that he was rapping on. I don't like this person. To me, he's like Chance with a better flow. Like they can go to that. They can go over there.
Oh, you is so disrespectful. He's like Chance with a better flow.
Yeah, I don't want to hear it.
So you don't want to hear Chance the Rapper kind
I
of West?
definitely don't want to hear.
You don't want to hear that. You don't want to hear that, but you want to hear Drake singing for 12 songs.
First of all, Drake's singing about breakups with Jaded, or he's
How
singing
many
about
times
women.
is he gonna sing about breakups?
First of all, I'm a single dude. I
Damn,
relate. I break up with shorties every day, dog. What you talking about? But I'm just saying, I relate to breakup music. I'm not talking about Drake. I'm just talking about J. Cole kind of changed his flow, which is cool. Like his it's like
he evolved, man.
he evolved. But we just talk about with rapping. You listen to Born Sinner and then you listen to anything else. You like this is two different rappers.
That's wow. I'm not a big.
You
fan
probably
of
go back and listen to Born Sinner.
I have it in here. I
think
through
this
a lot.
intro on that is the hardest track on the album.
Nah, it's a bunch of stuff on that album. I was listening to it just the other day. I'm like, Jesus, this kid's just hitting with hits.
He had the single with Miguel was the smash.
Yeah.
And then there's one joint where I don't know if it's JFK
What's
or
up?
Ronald
What's up,
Reagan.
man?
Some president talked at the end of it. I thought that joint was crazy. I think it's called Miss America maybe or something like that.
I'm not a big fan.
What's
of
the
this,
one with
man.
the
I
guy?
like New York Times.
You probably
with
didn't
50.
remember
That's
it.
probably
Yeah.
about it. Yeah, that was kind
And that's a bonus track too. On
I
that
didn't know
album,
that.
I think. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, see, it's just okay to me. It's like honestly, I wasn't even a J. Cole fan when I first heard that album. I was like,
It's just been a while since you guys heard. That's all that.
Friday Night Lights made me a J. Cole fan.
Right, his mixtape stuff was really,
And that was out after I think the first album came out. Friday Night Lights came out after it, I think.
Because his first album had with that Mr. Nice Watch.
Wait,
right?
he got so many things on here. You got skits. He got More Money, Trouble.
The only other joint I don't know on there is Crooked Smile.
She knows.
It's a single.
She knows.
Let's not do this because it's gonna make people say that album is corny. Ain't nobody trying to do that. I just don't think. No, not say it's corny.
Is this his Kingdom Come album? Like, you gonna respect it in 5 more years?
Which album?
This is the
Second one. Born Sinner is the second album.
You guys are ridiculous.
I'm not saying Born Sinner is a
It's
terrible
bad
album. I
album.
just don't think it's his
I think he was
best
way more
work.
hungry. Or right now he's just set in his zone right now, and he's just kind of like.
He let Nas down.
I could put.
On that album.
I know.
Yeah, that was on that album.
He's in his work, and it's like I don't even have to try anymore. I could just say this, and now I'm giving interviews to younger rappers.
I totally disagree.
Like,
I think he's
like
doing
I'm a-
more
like
now.
I'm a legend already, and I'm trying to school these young boys. Like, no, dog, you didn't reach legend status yet. Like, keep going.
I don't know, bro. When
If
you're
he retired
going
now, he wouldn't be like one of the rap elites. If he's just like, I'm not making music anymore.
dude,
He can retire right now. He got a with no features. What he got? What the?
That's what I'm about to say. Like, dude, you're releasing
the third
music.
album.
That's second, because Born Sinner has that 50 feature on it. But still,
Nah.
it does.
Forest Hills doesn't have any features.
Right, and KOD.
And then the
Oh,
last
you're talking
one-
about the one in between, yeah.
Yeah.
For Your Eyes.
For Your Eyes Only, no features.
Yeah,
no
you're
platinum.
right. You're
So you
right.
got
3 albums straight.
albums.
3 straight albums, platinum, no features, only you,
Cole,
and you're responsible for most of your production too.
He
if
has,
I'm not mistaken.
first of all, I love that he produces his stuff. I'm not taking that away from him.
But that would
I
make
think that's
that-
what makes him even better.
Well, how
But
can
your
you
argument
say
was
that
you like the
right?
beats. You like the beats on Born Sinner.
Sinner.
Yeah, like it was more
The production
raw.
was
it was
better.
more like it was you can see it was a hungry. I got stuff to talk about.
I just feel like
So
if you
out here
start
getting
taking
it.
more control of your album, that tells me that you're more invested into everything that goes into it. So you're working harder.
No, it's definitely mature music. I'm not gonna lie to you. It sounds good. It's just a different sound. It's got more bangers and more wow and more hits and like more head bopping. Where the other two albums are just kind of like a vibe where I can smoke some weed and just chill, ride out to it. Like I ain't listen to that Cole album ever again because I'm not in the mood for it. It's like I gotta be in a zone to listen to that music. It's not a bop your head and rock out in your car and drive like it feel hype about it. It's almost like a downer. In reality, it's like it's kind of like a downer. I'm serious. Am I wrong? It's like they just put this on my way home to mellow out from work. It's not gonna hype me up.
You have a distinguished
Am I wrong?
knack.
It's like
at
a
taking
downer.
our
Jay-Z
topics
don't like.
and
hold on.
taking it in a totally different direction.
It's kind of a
KP don't
downer.
like the new Jay-Z album. You
You
don't like the
said
J.
half of
Cole album.
Nah.
Definitely don't like the J. Cole album.
You like the Drake album.
Definitely didn't like Damn. Like to be honest with
You
you, I
didn't
didn't like
like-
Damn. Hell no.
Yo.
I don't even think he could get a Pulitzer for that. He should have won for the Mad Kid City. Like they just reaching.
He definitely
right now.
should have won a Grammy for Good Kid, Mad City. But
Yeah, they just
Damn,
reaching
it's a
right
great-
now. They're like, oh, you know what? Kendrick's hot right now. Let's give him all the awards. Like, sit down. That overproduced. Can't stay on
the
rhythm beat.
music still like is getting better.
yeah,
I
didn't like
don't
the
agree
second
with that.
album of Kendrick's. I
Pepper
thought that's
Butterfly.
huh?
You talking about Pepper Butterfly?
Yeah, I thought that. To me, that's my least
I actually
favorite.
like that joint, and I like the unmastered one.
Unmastered one is you got like a joint or two on it.
Yeah, I only got like maybe 3 on the
I'm
unmastered
actually,
check out.
I'm actually happy that we're not talking about him anymore. Sorry, I brought him up.
You have a distinct talent at taking our topics and making it totally different. than what
KP's
we
living
really
up
talk
to
about.
his name tonight.
Controversial KP, man. Like, yeah, man.
KP is
I'm
definitely
just
back
telling you,
for
I'm
season
just
2.
stating facts out here. I'm just yeah, stuff y'all scared to say.
Discuss what's scared to say. Discuss what you're smart not to say. What are you talking about?
Send all your hate
I'm
mail.
sorry, I want to take it there. That's what we do.
You scared to say
Yeah, you say you don't like it. And since we're on the
You
topic, since controversial KP's back, shout out to C Breezy.
Oh,
we see
man.
you.
Oh, my goodness.
Man.
We see you on the videos.
Where's he at?
Making videos for all his songs right now.
He shouted out your man Drizzy.
Yeah, I respect him. I respect that.
You respect that, huh?
Threw a
Legends
bottle
respect
at his head a
legends.
couple years ago.
Legends respect legends, man. That's what we do out here.
So Drake's and Chris is a legend. Gotcha.
Chris is not a legend.
I just asked the question.
Drake is not a legend.
I asked you the question.
I'm saying you said it rhetorically. Is
No, I
Drake
didn't.
not a
I
legend?
just said so. Drake and
You
Chris.
can't
are
be
legend.
a legend if you're still relevant in.
Jay-Z's a legend. He's a living legend.
Okay, all right, I'll give you that.
Oh, so we're
Legend. Yeah.
don't do that. Stop. Don't. We're not about to do this. We're not about to compare Drake to Jay-Z in any way, shape, or
Absolutely,
form.
we can do that if you want.
No, we can't. Even Jay said he's tired of hearing people trying to compare these little dudes to him.
Little dudes. Drake's not a little dude. He put a whole country he put Canada on the map,
Yeah.
right?
Compare Drake to Nelly.
Why would we have to compare him to Nelly?
Yeah,
Cause
yeah.
He had a
Pop-
crazy
So,
run,
Yeah.
They
and
both
then
was
he
pop
disappeared.
What did you say?
Nelly? Come on, man. When was the last time Nelly?
Yo,
put
Nelly
out?
showed out a show. It was actually.
I'm sure he's selling shows. Ja Rule's selling shows out too. But
Small
when was the
venues.
last time any one of them
TLA.
put a project out that you wanted to hear?
Bottom line is,
I heard some. Ja Rule tweeted or on his Instagram that him and Ashanti should put out a.
one joint a dual.
Would you want to hear that? I'm a Murder Inc. fan.
You know what's funny?
I don't want to hear a Ja Rule
I sent
album.
this to
and
the. I
shit.
think I sent this to the chat, right? I don't know if y'all saw it, but it was something that Shavern posted with all the old Ja Rule hits from back when he was popping. Ja Rule had a lot of hits. He did.
What'd you say?
Hey, no. I'm not saying that he didn't have hits
Ja
for
Rule
the
had hits.
summer and a half that he was around.
A summer and a half.
He flooded the
I
market
think it
with
was more
hits.
than
It
the
was
summer.
way more than a summer.
Yeah,
No,
he held it down like
yeah.
Bad Boy out here for like
No, he
5
didn't.
summers.
Whoa,
Yeah,
slow down. Slow down.
I'm with KP.
He had a run.
Yeah,
Are
no,
you
you
kidding
We
me?
got someone in my
5
corner now.
summers.
He can flex
He
that
had
out.
5 summers. First of all, Ja
Not
Rule-
5 summers. I'll give him 3. I give him
Like
3
summers.
years.
I'm exaggerating. I'm from Brooklyn.
5.
I give him 3
He's from
years.
Queens.
I said I'm exaggerating. No,
You disrespected Jay, who's from Brooklyn.
Yeah.
I'm not
Take up for
disrespecting
Ja
Jay.
Rule.
Why can't I have an opinion about being tired of Jay right now?
All I'm saying is,
Right,
don't
he put
compare
out-
greats to legends. You know what I mean? Drake is great.
Drake's
Jay's
a legend.
Drake is not a legend.
Drake will retire, not have to
Drake
make
had.
another
All
song.
right. Let me ask you. Here's
Right
a
now.
legitimate question. Based upon their runs. And I'm sorry if we're going a little beyond, but will you say that Drake has surpassed Lil Wayne
Yes.
in their overall run?
Yes.
Nah.
Nah, man, Lil
Wayne's been rapping since
he
he was a
made
little
music
kid.
since he was like 12.
That's
It
why I
don't
asked
matter,
that.
dog. Wayne
In his prime and Drake. Absolutely.
Wayne's prime lasted like
A
at
decade
least-
almost.
Yeah, it
From
was
2000
it
to
was
like
wild.
2010. You know what I mean? Like,
run.
He wasn't.
The only thing
number
that
one
really slowed it
the
down.
whole time in the decade, his whole run. Wayne wasn't the king.
No, it was either Wayne or Jay. That's the only thing people was talking
yeah,
about.
and
Wayne
Jay
or
retired doing this run. Like, Wayne was running it. Wayne was on every. I think y'all forget how
I
much
think
work
he-
Wayne was
Wayne
putting in.
put in a lot
Wayne
of
was
work.
on everything.
Wayne
Like,
put a lot of work.
3
And
years
then,
straight.
And then Drake came on, right? And Drake and Wayne was putting in work. Then Wayne went away, and Drake took the realms and has not given
Carter
back.
3 was the peak of Wayne's success,
Right.
right? You would agree with that?
Carter 3 was good.
Carter
Carter
3.
3 was probably like the
Yeah.
last great one.
Mr.
Nah, that's what
Officer,
it was the
a
last
million.
great one. He's just saying the peak, right?
Yeah, I'm saying the peak of it. After that, he was on the decline. After Carter 3.
It's
nah, because I would say that the Young Money comp album was a really huge for not only Wayne but for presenting all his other
everybody.
art.
Yeah,
Like, it was
but
his
that wasn't
transition
a Wayne
album.
platform.
That's true.
yeah,
That
but
was
I don't
more-
think he like
he
was on
introduced
a,
everybody.
I don't
Sure.
think he was on a decline. That's what I think too. I think he stepped back.
When he went
Which-
to jail,
and
because
that-
that was it.
Because now you're totally
Not
discounting
a
no
decline.
ceilings.
It
you're discounting-
plateaued for two.
To allow Drake and Nicki to
Nah,
plateau.
like all those.
I think
what was
about the
Rock-
mixtapes he was still.
Yo, he's still putting out good music.
No, even
but
back
I
then
don't think
after
Carter 3 was the
3.
biggest. It sold 1 million records in a week, which was
It was a big
insane. I think that was his biggest album
Before
ever.
streaming.
Like Carter 4 came out after that.
True.
It didn't have the same. It didn't.
I kind of like Carter 2
Well,
more
in
than any
between-
of them.
Yeah,
That's
I
my
agree.
favorite.
It was probably a very good album.
But yeah, Carter 3 is a good album.
Carter
Don't get
3
it
is a very
twisted.
good album.
Yeah.
But I
With
think
the,
Carter 2 is better. That's all. I see where you're going with it. You're saying that most sales, the apex of his career and everything.
Like a
kinda
million was
started-
his biggest hit record.
But then keep in mind, okay, after Carter 3, didn't the Rock album come out?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
The
Yeah.
Rebirth came out.
Rebirth.
So it's not like he kept it in the rap.
No, but he
platform.
came. I
went to-
can't. I don't think it was called "I Can't Feel My Face," but he had like the Bill Gates joint on there, skinny jeans.
But he didn't. He had the.
Frames.
Didn't no ceilings come out?
There was remix tapes, yeah. No
Yeah.
ceilings
No,
come out.
he just had mixtapes. No, I'm saying that
He was done a trash mixtapes. At
he
the
did.
end.
He did.
Yeah,
He
then
did a lot
yeah,
of-
like no
yeah.
ceilings too.
I mean,
and
but
all
he
that,
just
right,
came
right.
out with maybe the last mixtape that he released wasn't that bad though.
It was like
He
Dedication
did
6.
another
Like
dedication.
two-
yeah,
two-
that wasn't bad.
There
Yeah,
was like
that
40
was.
songs.
Yeah, that was. That wasn't.
You can't really
good.
say
It wasn't bad, but it's not.
Yeah, it's
no one.
not
You're not
bad.
checking for it like
No,
you
no,
were.
no.
I feel
Right.
you on
The
3
Drought
only
3 or
because I
whatever it
think
was, Drought
after
2.
3, first of all, and I hate to sound like this, but he stopped using lean, and that's when his rap started changing.
It's funny, but he definitely handed the baton over to Drake. Cause
No,
took
Drake
it
just
away.
started sounding just like him. Let's keep it a bean. Drake said,
Yeah,
"I'm
he's
going to
a
steal
rap
your
singer.
flow,
He did.
and I'm just going to make it
I mean,
work."
but let's be real though. Ain't that what Drake does?
That's what exactly.
That's
what
why
Drake
Kev
does.
said each album sounds different
Yeah.
because, like Drake said, he finds a talent that we don't know, and he just exploits the hell out of it.
Isn't that what Jay did?
Oh God, come on,
Didn't Jay do the same thing? I'm a Jay Z fan. I can tell
man.
you.
I can't
that-
tell.
that-
I cannot tell that you're a Jay Z fan.
What?
I'm saying.
What? First
I'll
of
give
all,
you an example, though. Who
to
you
be
with?
to be a Jay fan, you have to understand that Jay used gimmicks to sell his first couple of albums.
Gimmicks.
Yes.
What was the gimmick on Reasonable Doubt?
Gimmicks.
Reasonable Doubt was no gimmick. No one picked it up, so you had to release it the second time.
Oh, you see?
I was in New York when Reasonable Doubt came out.
What was
No one
Volume
said-
2?
Huh?
What was the gimmick?
Volume 2 was I'm retiring.
Volume 2?
Yes.
No, it wasn't. It was Money Cash Hose.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Volume 2.
Volume 2,
Yeah,
man.
Volume 2 is
Top down, screaming out money, anything.
No,
Volume 2.
no. You forgot what.
Yeah, I think that's Volume 1.
Volume-
I'm gonna get.
Volume-
No, you're right. That's
Volume 2.
two.
Volume 2
Volume
is
two
the Diddy
is
Volume
joint.
2.
Yeah,
Volume 2.
yeah,
When did
right.
Volume 2 come out? Can you look?
98.
Came out the
Yeah.
same year that
Biggie
DMX came
just
out.
died. He said, "This is my last album." He claimed to retire in Volume when he made Volume 2.
Where do you get these stuff from? Like
Jay Z claimed to retire when he was making the album. I lie to you not that he said he was gonna retire when he dropped the album. I'm in High 97 listening. I'm listening to High 97 as a young person talking about Jay's gonna retire. This is his last album. The gimmick was the Volume 2. He dropped that. Volume 3 he made what he made.
He came back out. He decided not to retire anymore because I think wasn't Hard Knock. Which one had a Hard Knock Life on there?
Album Volume 2.
Volume 2 was bump. You can even listen to it talking backstage. Right, it was done, and Hard Knock Life came. And they're like, "Oh, we got to do this." You can even talk about it on.
That was like the biggest tour of his career. The
Right,
Rough Riders, Rockefeller.
But he was talking about after this he was done. He was saying
He did
that.
backstage. He did a movie to that.
He did backstage. He was talking about this was gonna be it. I lied to you not.
He was saying that.
Yeah, huh?
What was the gimmick? That he was retiring?
That's what he was retiring with Souley. He said he was
Alright.
retiring. How many times
Volume
did
three,
Jay-Z say
what's
he
the
was
gimmick?
gonna retire?
What's the gimmick in
There
Volume
was no gimmick of Volume 3. He came back. He dropped Volume 3.
What was the gimmick on Volume 1?
Volume 3, in all honesty, wasn't even the best. It was like people didn't even gravitate to Volume 3 as much as, if anything, it might have been his lowest selling album because people didn't love Volume 3 like that. To be honest with you, it didn't come out and bang and hit the streets. People didn't even talk about.
Had an introduction of Beanie Siegel to Rock on there.
Right? And so then comes Jay-Z sounding like State Property and the whole State Property movement. And still a young Chris. Yeah, Volume 3
Volume 3 was the joint we talking about last week. The
and I
intro.
gave y'all the-
Yeah. As you see this, no, but it
Snoopy track.
but it didn't come out and make the biggest impact.
Actually, it did. That
Yeah, I
first single
remember
that
when
he
he
released with Benny on that joint was crazy.
Is that the one with Dre on
I'm
the
so
Watcher?
gangster,
Is
pussy
that on
chicks
that?
don't wanna fuck with me.
Is that on that one?
Which one?
Or is that
I like that beat. He had
That's
Dope
the
Man
one
on
with
there.
Dre?
I listened to the album.
The Watcher song, is that on?
Yeah.
Nah, it's on Blueprint.
It's on Blueprint. The Watcher's on.
Too. Watcher's on with Rakim.
No.
No, he's talking
the Dr.
about
Dre song.
Oh
Dre-
yeah, that is
Yeah,
on Volume 3.
that's on Volume
That's
Yeah.
on Volume 3.
Uh-huh.
The reason why I know that was a huge release is because I remember they called it J Day. Like everywhere in the country it was called J Day, and it was like this big
It
kind of thing
wasn't
behind it.
as
And
huge
the song with
as-
Dre
What came
and
out
Jay
after
was
that?
supposed to be-
It was supposed to be. That's when.
And
That's
that's
when.
Dynasty Rock.
That's when he
Yeah.
introduced the whole State
That's when
Property.
he
He turned
introduced State
gangster,
Freeway.
and he started sounding real. He started sounding like Young Chris on his raps. Am I wrong? Did he not start sounding like Young Chris at all?
It's hard for a man that's already put out 4 albums.
He changed his whole flow, started sounding like Young. I don't know. He started picking up this.
I remember them people talking about this. I'm not gonna front on that. I remember that was a big thing. Like, yo, Jay stole his flow. I remember
They
that.
rap exactly the same.
But
One
my
time
thing
when you
is-
listening to with this song, "We Are the Champions,"
Okay.
you don't know if that's Chris or Jay-Z rapping.
That was the Dame.
Yeah, that was a paid in full soundtrack.
Yeah.
You didn't know if it was Jay or.
So then Jay got rid of
I'm still
Chris.
trying to figure out all these gimmicks.
Chris.
I need a gimmick for every one of these 13. He put out what? What would you consider Jay's early projects up until what? Blueprint?
I
That's
would
like
say
4
up
projects.
until I would say up until like probably.
Volume 3, Jay-Z's a household name. My mom knows who
Yeah,
Jay-Z is.
Jay-Z.
Yeah, that's what I'm like. I don't
Volume
understand. Like I
Then
didn't
he
know what these
reinvented
gimmicks
himself
are.
with like State Property. Came in. Now he's a thug now. From the
He been
gangster.
a thug from the first album.
Nah, the State Property was a whole vibe. Like it was just a whole movement where he came in, just almost kind of put Philadelphia on the map, and
Almost kinda. I just feel like it was a shot.
huh?
Almost kinda.
Well, Philly had its own neo soul vibe that it was doing already, and then we had Beans coming through, and State Property, and all of a sudden you got like then it was the birth of like rap groups coming out with big groups and big compilations. Everyone had to have a crew. You had to get yourself a female rapper. Everybody had a crew at the time. Like it was just a battle of crews back then.
Okay.
That's
I
what,
would give you. There were a lot of rap crews.
There
You
was
had
like-
Rough Riders.
yeah,
You had
with female
Terror
rappers.
Squad.
Yeah, everyone had like a crew. We had was it Terror
Major
Squad?
figures in
Which one?
Philly.
Which one was the one with Busta Rhymes and what was his crew?
Ron
Ron
Digga
Digga.
now.
What was that crew called? Football Squad.
Football
Yeah.
Squad. Yeah, alright.
Yeah, right. Everyone had a crew.
Young Cash Money didn't have a chick.
Cash Money
They
didn't
had a
have
crew,
chick.
but they didn't have a chick.
They
right?
introduced a chick later. That's
Cool.
Nikki, you saying?
Huh?
That's
Nigga,
way.
what?
That's
Come
way
on.
later.
That's a lot
That's like
later.
Cash Money didn't start taking over to 99.
That's like me
In
saying-
2000, right?
And
And
Rihanna,
Nicki didn't come in until the
It's
09
funny.
to the
Yeah.
2010.
It's funny. Cash Money came and they came with
Murder
a whole
Inc.
other
had a
movement.
crew. They
Yeah.
had a chick.
They had a chick.
They had Charlie Baltimore.
Yeah, and
And
Ashanti.
Vita.
Vita.
And Vita. Yeah.
Vita was one.
He was
Yeah.
on the Murderers album.
It's
Mike's favorite album.
murder.
So I'm just saying.
Huh? The Murderers album. You probably didn't know it was an album that Murder Inc. put out.
That's funny.
I'm just saying he just smart. He got with the person who was hot,
sounds like them a little bit, and then he's in his own lane.
Them.
Kind of, yeah, kind of, because he took Young Chris flow and rapped with it for a while, then got rid of it.
You don't think Drake did that with Party Next Door?
Drake does that with everybody. But he's just student in the game. We see the best rapper kind of adapt and use people's flows.
Where's Fetty Wap at right now?
Where is Fetty Wap at? That's what I'm saying.
He stole that.
He's on,
Migos. He stole
yeah,
that.
Migos,
He
yeah.
jumped on that wave real
Well,
quick.
yeah. Well,
But then
he's going on tour with those.
But-
Look,
but-
he loved that wave so much. I'm gonna go and take him on tour with
Let's be
me.
honest with you, Jay-Z.
Aubrey and the three amigos.
Jay-Z
That name is crazy.
But Jay-Z comes through and has like the hottest person sing his chorus. He did that
Everybody does that. Like, I don't understand.
Hey, what do you mean by that?
Like Jay-Z would always get the hottest person out there.
Like who?
Like at the time, freaking
Rel.
huh?
Christian. Like,
Yeah.
these aren't the hottest guys out.
Yeah, Lil Wayne do that horrible "Hello Brooklyn." He always takes whoever's hot. And
Come
give
on,
them
That's like the
bro.
10th
You gotta be
album, dog.
kidding
It's
me,
American
man.
Gangster.
What Lil Wayne was arguably that was at the height of Lil Wayne's career right there.
Nah, it wasn't.
Yes, it was.
No way. That his hook on the American Gangster album?
No, that was horrible hook. I was saying Lil
horrible
Wayne
hook.
at the time was it. Like you couldn't say
Yeah, I
nothing about
agree.
Lil
He
Wayne.
was
So
hard
I'm
to
saying
beat.
Jay-Z just goes and grabs whoever is hot and does a collab with him to keep him relevant. He's kept propelling himself to stay on top of people. I'm not. We had Eminem at the height of Eminem's career, and Eminem comes and body him on Jay-Z on Renegade. But you never heard another song with Jay and Eminem ever. I'm just saying he just went and grabs. I'm a student of the game. I know. I see what Jay-Z does.
Don't make multiple songs together. It doesn't mean that they're stealing their flows.
I'm not saying he's stealing their flows. I'm saying that he's just grabbing a whole.
The
hot
original
people.
argument was that each album was a gimmick.
In the beginning, yes.
I'm still waiting on the
In
gimmick.
the beginning, was Volume 1 was supposed to be.
When you say Reasonable Doubt, there was none.
There was no
That
gimmick. It was he was just trying to be.
Volume 1 was.
Volume 1 was supposed to be him trying to be him and Biggie getting together. It was actually supposed to be like a rap group back in the day.
It's called, what was the name of the group?
Yeah, all right.
That was the name.
And each one was supposed to drop an album. And in Volume 2, Biggie dies.
Well, hold on,
Let's
Let's not
Volume
forget about
one
Streets is
about
Watching,
Biggie
though.
died.
What was the gimmick with Streets is Watching?
Streets is Watching was this freaking what you call it? It was I don't even
Soundtrack.
I don't even
Yeah,
soundtrack. I don't even think he acknowledged that as an album initially when it came out. It was just a soundtrack to a movie that never went anywhere. You know what I'm saying?
What was the movie?
No, they had a movie. They had a Streets of that thing was popular. That's a hood classic.
It's not a hood classic.
It is.
No,
All right,
it's not.
All right, time out. You're killing
Streets
me
Watch
right
is
now.
not a hood classic.
That is not a hood
You
classic.
talking about the
If you
Jay
think-
Newey video thing? Was
Streets
not
Watch
a
is a
classic?
movie.
Yes.
Why wasn't it?
It was not a classic. It was
Yo, I didn't-
What? Everybody had that thing. All right, let me ask you this real quick. Was Bada Bada the hood classic? The
Bada
movie?
Bada was a hood classic.
That's a hood classic. But Streets is Watching,
I don't
is
think
it?
so. I didn't acknowledge it as a hood classic. Nah.
Why?
Are you sure you're from New York?
Yeah, I didn't think it was that. I didn't think it was like hood. It's not like you know how you can watch like Friday or you can watch Paper Soldiers and you can quote stuff from there and it'd be like this is a hood classic because it's like quotables and it lives on forever. There's nothing about
That
Streets
doesn't
Watching.
necessarily make it a hood classic. A hood classic is just something that's embraced by the hood, in my opinion.
Right.
Yeah, meaning like everybody knew it, everybody seen it. Like I'm about it. Everybody knew it. Everybody seen it.
Right,
you know what I mean?
What's the top shotters?
Shot is another one, right? Stop snitching.
Stop
That's a
Snitching.
hood classic. You know what I mean? Like it's
Paid
a
in
whole
full.
Paid in Full
Paid in
is a
Full is
hood
a
classic.
what, 100%.
Streets is Watching is a hood classic, bro.
I guess
like
Facts.
thank you. I'm like,
I got the hookup.
Yes, I got the
Yo, they're making another one.
Oh,
I read
no.
about that
I
today.
mean,
Mr. P gave
You can keep that one. See that?
Fat Boys. I can't remember the dude's name. He gave-
SSE.
Yeah.
You know, for the
$1 million.
record, I take that back. Streets
Yeah.
Watching is a hood
That's
classic.
crazy. Thank you.
Definitely a hood
You
classic.
have your New York card back.
No, you can't take it. It can't be taken.
Man, that's crazy though, man. I'm very glad to have you back in the
Yeah,
mix,
you have
bro.
some interesting views.
I just
Very
you know,
interesting views.
It's views from the 205, bro.
The views on the Commission podcast by Controversial KP do not reflect all members of said podcast. Just want to put that disclaimer out there. Thank you very much. Man, we've been talking for a minute, man. Let's get to the playlist.
Alright.
Anybody got songs? Who got songs?
Yeah, you got some songs?
Yeah,
to
I'm
speak,
ready. I
KP?
go first since I've
So we got the Commission Podcast playlist. It's available on Spotify. Just search us, the Commission Podcast. You can also stream the podcast show episodes now on Spotify. We're on SoundCloud, iTunes, Google Music, Podbean. So we're all over the place. Definitely ways you can listen to us. What you got this week, KP?
Hey,
All right,
you making
so-
my head hurt, bro. I'm really.
Welcome back, dog.
Jeez.
So I'm gonna start
I'm
with
not prepared for this.
a Rose in Harlem.
We already
Okay.
did that
It's
last
alright.
week, but
It's
thank
alright.
you.
But you
Throw
know,
it in again.
I've been bumping
Run it
that.
back.
I've been bumping that for a hard. I'm sorry, but it's a good
It's all
song. Violent Crimes
By who?
by Kanye, by Ye. You know what I mean? Like
By
that song.
Ye, that's what he's calling
That's
Ye,
what
like we know him
call
like
him,
that.
yeah,
Like,
Kanye.
What album is this off of?
It's off for Ye.
Okay, off your album.
Yeah, Violent Crimes.
People know, man.
Oh, I'm sorry, Violent Crimes off for Ye. I have also Groove Theory. Tell me if you want me to. That's my classic right there.
All right.
That's a good. Thank you, KP. That's a good one. Yeah.
And I can't forget about this other one's classic. As I was going listening to Gone, I had to go back to go a little deeper to get the good, the bad, the ugly with Kanye and Consequence.
I like that joint.
Okay, alright.
All right. Who's up?
Go ahead, Greg. What you got?
You always go me first. Go ahead and look for something, bro. Alright, I got first up OSOM, J Rock featuring J. Cole off J Rock's latest project.
Yeah.
Really digging that. J. Cole bars crazy. Gotta give some love to my man Drizzle. 8 out of 10 off the Drake Scorpion project. Definitely a banger. And I don't know if I've ever given you guys this one before, but I was listening to it the other day and it kind of stood out for me. That What You Gonna Do? It's Puff Daddy featuring Biggie and Rick Ross. It's like a banger. The beat on that is crazy.
What
you
album
haven't
is
heard
this
it.
off of?
It's just gotta Google What You Gonna Do. I don't know if there was
Alright.
ever an album that came out with it. I actually was out and about and had to Shazam it because I've been hearing it for a minute, and it didn't give me an album; it just gave me the single.
Okay.
But yeah, What You Gonna Do? Puff Daddy featuring the late great B.I.G. and Ricky Rose.
All right.
Who's up next?
You got any songs, Mike?
Yeah, I'll give you a couple.
All right.
Alright, so these are kind of like throwbacks a little
Of
bit.
course. What year we going back to?
Yeah.
I got some X-ish off the first Rough Riders joint.
All right.
Okay.
Compilation.
Okay.
DMX
Beats.
album?
Ooh.
No, that's the
No,
DMX
that's
album.
a
That was on the
compilation,
compilation
yeah.
joint.
No, but that's DMX, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's
That's
exactly-
the Jay song, the Jay-Z song on there, the second one,
The
right?
blue,
Jigga.
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, I
yeah,
thought-
exactly.
Was that
That's
that or
on
was
there.
that?
Nah.
Wasn't that the Swiss joint he produced? On
Nah,
that
that was
was on-
that was on
that
the
was
Blue
right.
Streak soundtrack.
No, but
Yeah.
it was on one of those comp
Yeah.
albums too.
Was
though.
it?
It might have been
It wasn't
two.
on that.
It might have been volume
Yeah.
two. But go ahead.
Yeah, alright. We got some X-ish. Swiss, Wiggle with Nas, Project Roach off the.
I really
yeah,
tell
that's
you
what
that.
they-
Yeah.
That's off the Untitled album. That's what you want to call it.
Yep.
I thought
Yep.
that was on the Lost Tapes.
Nah,
That's
Huh?
Untitled. Yeah,
Yeah, I remember
definitely
that
on
one.
Untitled. Trying to think. I don't want to give y'all too much.
Come on, Mike. You know you gotta give us some hip.
I'm gonna give y'all some R&B. All right, let's go. I'm gonna throw this one back to. Actually, I'm gonna give you two of them because they kind of, I guess, run off of each other. So we can go Tiana. We gonna go to the three-way,
Hey.
and then we'll flip it to the Cisco track. How Can I Love You Tonight off that Cisco joint.
That's what
Oh,
sample
that was
was
the-
for,
It's
right?
kind of like
Tiana joint
what
we
they call it,
talking about.
interpret, and it's
Gave it
called
a nod.
something.
Yeah. Oh,
It's
they.
a
Oh,
node.
so they reinterpreted.
Yeah, she kind of took the flow out of some of the lyrics
got
on
you.
there, but
I like
that
when they
song
do that
was
though.
hitting- Yeah,
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah.
It is.
Jay did that a lot on the Everything
The
Is
new
Love track. Yeah,
Yeah.
album where he's like giving these little whatever.
Him and B. So I'm gonna give
Yeah.
you that, and that's I think that's all. That's four.
All right. I'm on that late registration.
Hey,
album,
we done got another one hooked.
So I'm
Mike started this.
I told
I'm gonna
y'all.
get you the drive slow joint.
Mm.
That's one of my favorite songs on that album. I also like this, and it's been out for a while. Jim Jones album. If you haven't listened to Jim Jones
Yeah,
album,
I keep forgetting about that. He's
the
clowning him on Instagram too. Have
Yeah.
you seen the latest
That's
go back
because
and
of
forth.
why he got caught. What with a gun and some weed?
Well,
did
they've
get
been
caught.
clean. Yeah, he
But
did.
he had a picture of him like squatting in the gym the other day, and
He
he
said he trying to
killed
get his
him.
booty right.
Yeah, he killed him on it.
Yo, 50 is crazy on Instagram.
I like the joint with Jadakiss on there. It's called Dust and Powder. But the whole album's good. I like it. Uses the Bronx Tale movie theme.
Yeah, I heard him
A lot
talk
of
Oh,
about
really?
skits from the Bronx Tale. It's cool. I like the way they.
creative, man.
I like they did it. The way they did it. And there's a song with Alex the Kid. My wife told me is an older song, but I just heard it. It's Rhapsody, her, and Alex the Kid. It's called Go.
Oh, wait a minute. Rhapsody and her?
Yeah, dude.
That's
My wife was like, she said it was on Insecure, but I don't remember Rhapsody being on it when it was on the Insecure show. So
it must have been on season 1 because I downloaded season 2's soundtrack.
Yeah.
That's first of all,
that
that's
should be coming
great
back
listen.
soon too.
It is coming back soon.
Quicksand's awesome.
Quicksand
it
is a
says
good
a joint.
song. Yeah, it says a joint.
SZA needs to put out more music, man.
She had like throat issues.
Somebody told me she's retiring soon.
Yeah.
Like somebody told me that she's not gonna be putting out a lot
She
more.
said her
after
throat
this.
was bothering her. She had to go see a couple doctors, but now she's back.
Ain't that how she missed your show?
Was that?
Isn't that why she missed your show?
Yeah.
Well, no, not to mention she had a show in LA that night too.
Oh,
you can't
that
be,
too. That
you
might
can't
be
be
the
in Philly and LA at the same time.
That's a
I think
little
she had a
bit
shoot or
difficult.
something. But
Yeah,
yeah, she
man.
said her throat was bothering her, and now she's.
Oh yeah, and you were supposed to go to that show too.
I saw it. It was not bad.
He went. He ended up going to the rescheduled one.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
The reschedule.
Yeah.
It
With
was
the $1,000 tickets.
Nah.
Oh.
You got my tickets.
Yeah,
Oh,
I sold,
alright,
I
yeah.
sold tickets and got
You got my-
Cheaper tickets.
I
than
mean,
Kevin had.
what at the
Were you able to enjoy the concert? I know it's not what you used to, but
what the scissor?
yeah, with Kevin's tickets. Kevin's tickets ain't what you used
Yeah,
to.
no, it was fine. I
Kevin,
ended up
like,
taking. I
he
took
sits
the girl
with the
I was
common
seeing at the
Nah,
time.
man, I bought those seats. I had to pay for them.
Yeah,
It doesn't matter. Kevin's
it was-
tickets.
it was-
He sits in VIP. You sit with the
Oh,
common
yeah,
folk.
you're right.
Yeah,
That guy
He
yeah,
sits
yeah.
on the stage.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he on side, man.
He sits next to
Back
the
up
piano
dance.
guy.
KP's on the drums.
bucket list. But it was a
That's
good
cool.
concert.
That's what's
Alright.
up, man. She seemed like she put on a good show. Cool.
Roses. Go ahead, Kev. What else you got?
That's it, man. I
Those
got
are
3
tracks?
this week. Yeah. I was gonna name this. I'm running the same songs back for the past week. The Tiana Taylor album's been on loop.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell you it's the best
First
song.
song. They need
No
to make that
manners.
joint
I'm
hard.
telling you, I can loop that myself and just
Yeah.
let that play for a while.
You
Yeah.
like that
That
joint?
track's
It's crazy, right?
Yeah.
That track is
I like
hot.
I like the second song about.
I like the second song a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah,
second
that's
song's
one of
hot,
my
too.
favorite joints on that. Yeah,
I like
Gonna
her.
Love Me.
Gonna Love Me. That joint.
And I like Issues.
Issues is really
Whole
serious.
album's
really
good, man.
issues.
That might be
The best album of June. Like I kept saying to you guys.
I don't know about the best album of June. I'm talking about the best album from that release.
Kanye
Pusha
rollout.
T, I think is the best, and then
Yeah.
that one. Kanye's probably the worst out of all of them. And I'm not.
Wow.
Out of the good music albums,
I didn't hear the Kids See Ghosts.
Kids See Ghosts,
That's the
I
only
like,
thing.
man.
Really?
Kids See Ghosts.
I just can't
I
get
like
it cut.
Kids See Ghosts, but I like but Tiana Taylor to me, I like it better than the Pusha T album. I haven't listened to Pusha T album since.
Actually, then I like the Kanye album more than I like the Nas album. I think the Nas might be my least favorite.
That's crazy.
I was just listening to Nas on my way up
I
here.
like the Nas.
Yeah.
Nas
album.
album's hot.
Yeah,
I
I
think
like
once again, I think it was just a lot
I like-
of music.
You mad?
You mad?
Big
You
man.
man, you big man.
Nah, but-
Yo, that Bonjour, man. Are you kidding?
Bonjour is all.
Oh,
heavy.
man.
Oh my goodness.
That
I'm
joint
gonna try and listen to
be
it some more.
going.
See if I change my mind.
But
on
but
it,
but let the Tiana Taylor rock. It's just a
yeah,
it's
Tiana,
vibe.
I'm rocking.
I can't believe there's more.
What do you mean there's
music.
more?
Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly. Or it's not
See?
gonna happen anymore. She posted on Instagram like, when's it supposed to come out? She was like, it's not. Instagram, it's
She
not
probably
coming
just don't
out.
want to give a date.
She said
Probably
it's
what it is.
not.
So we let's get out of here the same way we got in here, unless anyone else got anything to they want to talk about this week. What are you guys doing for the 4th of July?
Baseball. Tomorrow I'll be watching the Phillies. Actually, that's going to be broadcast, so you might catch me on ESPN at 4 o'clock. But no, Phillies, Orioles. Got the family town for that, so that should be fun.
Yeah, chilling. We gonna do something. Fireworks.
Yeah.
Fireworks.
A little cookout.
I think there's a parade somewhere around.
Oh yeah, there's a show down in Philly too. There's a Nicki Minaj performing, I think. Right?
Oh,
July 4th?
is that a fact? I don't know, but I did just get some free tickets to Made in America courtesy
high.
of the business.
Way too
But
high.
I mean, I got free tickets, so I might check it out.
Jay gonna be there, right?
No, I
Meek
think
Mill.
Neek
Meek Mill.
and Nikki
Mill.
actually are headlining,
Yeah.
which should be interesting.
Oh, that's
Yeah, that should be interesting. Yeah, man.
What you got going on?
I'm gonna chill, work on the like list.
Alright. So if you like it.
The like list, yeah.
Little project I'm working on.
Yeah,
I'll
I
bring
like
to you
that.
folks later.
Alright.
Alright, man. Big man.
Of course. Let's fade out.
Get out of here.
The commission.
I'm happy.